was kept away. But let me just, I know, Anand. Punjabi to theek hai. I'll just tell you, the two biggest regions of Rajasthan still remain to be counted. Yeah. So are we jumping and making our kheer or our biryani just too fast? Because Marwar and Mewar have between them 100 seats. Oh, yeah. Can that change the outlook for Rajasthan? That's the big question. We need to take a short break, but before the break, as always, I will have to indulge you. 30 seconds.
Thank you. So I wanted to say, you see, when we're talking about infighting, let's not get away from the development and the performance of the government itself, because infighting, if you remember the Karnataka election, there was more projection of infighting between DK and Siddaramaiah. What happened after that? So infighting can only go so far. The real thing is incumbency and anti-incumbency.
But I beg to differ. At no point did Siddaramaiah abuse DK Shivakumar in public. If anything, at rallies they were seen playing the drums together.
Actually, they remain quiet. They remain quiet. The camps were very much there, and DK Shivakumar did put in his hat in the ring for the chief ministerial post.
Here, the Congress came out with a plan that there should be joint rallies and so and so thing. Ashok Gehlot said no. I mean, all of this happened.
And remember those pictures of DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah together. Well, they were together. Well, we'll debate that, because Karnataka is not Rajasthan, and Rajasthan is not Telangana. So what's going to happen and how things are going to stack up? 100 seats yet to be counted in Rajasthan. We'll take a short break. On the other side, Marwar region and Mewar region of Rajasthan coming up. Don't go anywhere. Just get your chai ka cup, because Chai Pe Charcha will carry on after this short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back and Rajasthan are the numbers. Numbers of Rajasthan is what we are discussing. The regions that we've already discussed, Shekhawati, Dhundhar and Hadoti. We'll do a quick ready reckoner of the numbers. 3 to 5 to the Congress, 11 to 15 in the Hadoti region. Next region, and this is the comparison with the last elections. Next region is Dhundhar. In Dhundhar, 14 to 18 to the Congress party, 38 to 42 to the BJP. Others get 1 to 3. That is the Dhundhar region. And let's look at the Shekhawati region. Shekhawati region is where the Congress has a lead, 12 to 14, 5 to 7 for the BJP. 1 to 3 to the others, and that's where things are stacked up in Rajasthan. And joining us this evening, top of 6 o'clock this evening in our studios, Jem Rog, psephologist, Anand Ranganathan, political analyst and scientist, I don't know, data scientist, regular scientist, we'll have to figure that one out. Tehseen Poonawala, mera only dost in Congress party, Tehseen Poonawala in the studios with us.
Good answer.
Loyal friend, इसलिए हम दोनों की कश्ती गर्दिश में है, लेकिन स्मिता प्रकाश editor, ANI, Ashutosh, old friends, senior journalist, journalist turned politician, politician turned back to journalist. Sabah Naqvi, again, very, very old friend and senior journalist with us. Also joining us live are Pratyush Khan, national spokesperson of the BJP, Maluk Nagar, member of parliament of the BSP, joining us on this Rajasthan projections that we are doing in the exit polls. And let's go to the biggest region in Rajasthan, Marwar region. And what are the numbers coming up on your screen? Marwar, 60 seats, 18 to 20 going to the Congress party, 29 to 33 going to the BJP, 9 to 11 others. Now that's...
Navika, this is the story. यहाँ पे story क्या है? Let's break down the story. First, कांग्रेस का थोड़ा स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड है तो इतनी पिट नहीं रही है. It is having some resistance. It's having a flaw over here. Second part, the BJP does have sizable rebels. One of their prominent ministers who is number 2.
ये किसके rebels हैं? कांग्रेस के BJP?
ये थोड़े रिबल्स हैं और थोड़ा आरएलपी जो जाटों की पार्टी हनुमान बेनीवाल.
The only party which had one Lok Sabha seat in 2019 from Rajasthan.
Hanuman
The other
Beniwal.
24 seats
ये
had
वो
gone.
दिखाई दे रहा है. That's
Yes.
coming up there.
Okay.
So you have Hanuman Beniwal and the Chandrashekar Azad faction alliance and some rebels. Rebels में important rebel वसुंधरा सरकार में जो number 2 रहते थे यूनुस खान ट्रांसपोर्ट मिनिस्टर वो यहाँ से इंडिपेंडेंट खड़े हैं. So there are some rebels, important rebels. RLP alliance.
Okay, now break it down for me. Vasundhara rebels or other rebels?
I think these could be largely Vasundhara rebels.
Well, okay. There might be a story coming up there, but Rajasthan, this is the Marwar region. So we've done 4 regions, and let's look at the comparison. 2018 Congress had won 30 seats in this region. 19 this time is what it's projected to win. 23 seats had gone to the BJP last time around, 31 this time, 8 last time for the others, and 10 this time. Remember, last time the BJP was at 78, the Congress was at 99. So the BJP, even in opposition, had done very well.
Yeah.
This time, people are also going to look at, even if the Congress were to lose Rajasthan, how much is it going to lose by? And that will determine the stature of Ashok Gehlot versus Sachin Pilot. Opposition में भी चैन नहीं है दोनों लीडर्स को और कांग्रेस पार्टी को. Well, that's the Marwar region.
Ashok Gehlot's region.
Let's take a look at Mewar region. Mewar region coming up on your screens, 43 seats in this region, 10 to 14 going to the Congress party, 26 to 30 going to the BJP, and well, all the 5 regions are there, 2 to 4. Let's show the comparison with last time and go straight to the final numbers. 2018, 13 seats to the Congress, only losing 1 seat, 12 seats even now. 26 to the BJP, now 28. 4 to the others, now 3.
I'll qualify this a little bit. ये इतना कम difference क्यों है? Last time, though the BJP lost across Rajasthan, in Mewar, it was actually retaining its stronghold. In a sense, ये weak area times में उन्होंने seats retain की हैं. तो यहाँ पे it stopped the Congress last time, but nothing more. So it's actually sort of frozen. ये इन्होंने last time भी retain किया था.
Mewar, by the way, is also the area where Udaipur falls, the Udaipur assembly seats, and Udaipur famously, where the beheading of Kanhaiya Lal and the PFI processions took place.
Yeah.
Yogi Adityanath went and campaigned there extensively and told people कि अगर हमारे प्रदेश में कुछ होता तो हम उन लोगों को छोड़ते नहीं, हम इनके कभी होने
bulldozer होता. And the Prime Minister touched upon this. Amit Shah, the Home Minister, touched upon this. This was a huge
you know, an interesting point. A complete faux pas by the Congress candidate in Udaipur, Mr. Gaurav Vallabh. He apparently ended up promising support to Madrasas. I mean, that whole video went viral. So that's one point.
and also reservations.
chief ministers
to the state. So it's a bellwether kind of an area.
It's basically a Rajsi area.
Yeah,
you
it's a
have all
Rajsi.
those Mewari Havelis. You have a very typical pagdi over
Oh,
there.
I love Rajasthan. Yeah, everybody does. But that is the way numbers are stacked up. And Sharif, if you can just put the overall numbers, Rajasthan, Congress 56 to 72, BJP 108 to 128, others are 13 to 21. That is the way it's stacked up. Now 56 to 72. Would you say this is positive for Ashok Gehlot?
I think it's a disaster
It's
as
a
far as
disaster.
Congress is concerned.
So
And it
Congress
tells
mean
me-
number is 64. They're down from 100 to 64. 73 BJP last time, now 118. That's the way the mean numbers go. Others 16 to 17 now. So BJP squarely winning Rajasthan.
I want to say something here. I think, let's not put too much emphasis on the infighting. Let's look at the governance as well. The anti-incumbency because of governance and many issues that Padmaja herself talked about. You can only talk about communalizing the issue, but the fact is, who started it?
Paper leak?
When you have an incident, I mean, are you telling that people should not talk about that incident?
No, everybody should talk about everything. It's a free country.
Yes.
Free speech is still allowed. But paper leaks, also
misgovernance.
unemployment,
Crime.
quota suicides,
Crime.
women rapes, crimes, all of these have played a part. Ashutosh.
I think Anand has been talking about the governance. If I ask him, what was the cumulative GDP for the last 5 years? Across 5 states, Rajasthan is the highest, 24%. and the yearly 5.6%. So I think let's put facts in perspective. So if there was such a misgovernance, and in all three tenures, Ashok Gehlot has always been perceived to be a good chief minister. Though in 2013 he lost badly, only 21 seats.
Yes.
So I'm only saying is, if Congress is reaching to 72% 2 seats, that means there has been something for him, and the Congress fought well under him despite losing.
The last mile giving schemes, Sabha Naqvi, could that be the reason why they are 56 to 72, middle number 64?
Look, I mean, it's this election to say that Ashok Gehlot is still. When I look at, we must remember that Ashok Gehlot only won 100 seats.
Even last time around.
Last time.
He swallowed.
And I want to finish. Let me finish. I know it. Sachin Pilot was the state Congress president. He worked very hard. So that 100 seats included the Gujar. So this time, when he decided that he's going to go rock star by himself, if this holds, then he has lost out one section of society for certain. And there are certain, the trends with the Jats have bailed him out, because that's a problem they have with the center. That's one. So in one region, he would have, Shekhawati, as you mentioned, he would have done well. But Ashok Gehlot, this is not a great result for him.
I want to float another theory.
No, before you go to that theory, I want to just go on the rebel factor, because that's what made Ashok Gehlot's government last time around. And Maluk Nagar of the BSP. Maluk Nagar of the BSP with us. Maluk Nagar साहब, Ashok Gehlot जी की पिछली बार की सरकार बीएसपी को पूरा का पूरा निगलने के बाद बनी थी. अब ये जो रिजल्ट हैं, इससे क्या लग रहा है, कहीं ना कहीं खामियाजा भुगत रहे हैं, या ये वही है 5 साल एक और 5 साल दूसरी पार्टी बनाती है सरकार?
देखिए, इस 5 साल एक 5 साल दूसरा वो समीकरण अब की बार चेंज हो सकता था, लेकिन मैं हमेशा कहता रहा, दलित नाराज हैं कांग्रेस से. हमारी पार्टी के 6 विधायक चुरा के वो लेके गए, और पिछड़े तमाम नाराज थे, जिनमें खास करके गुर्जर समाज, जो कोई 9% बताता है, कोई 8%, कोई 11%, कोई 12%. तो जितने भी गुर्जर थे वो पूरे नाराज थे कांग्रेस से, पिछड़ी जाति के और दूसरे पार्टी भी. तो ये तो राजस्थान का तो होना ही था, और वही सर्वे में आया, और वही मैं 1 साल से लगातार कहता आया हूं. राजस्थान में कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता था कांग्रेस का.
Okay, I want to quickly show our viewers the vote share as well, because it is not just about the seats that have decreased. What is the vote share like? A quick look at the vote share this time around of each party. The BJP is at 41.88%. The Congress is close, but not as close as last time, 38.98%. And 19.14% has been taken away by the other parties. You've got Chandrashekar Azad's party, you've got Hanuman Beniwal's party. Are there any others? Bharatiya Adivasi Party, and you have of course got
you have BSP
there as well.
Pockets of Mewar, and you have powerful rebels. That's the breakup.
So this is all the others, and they have taken a substantial amount of votes, which is 19.14%.
There is no need for a cooperation, Kamal, now looking at the trends. So this others, whatever vote share they would have taken, whatever seats they have taken, will be pointless actually if there is a clear majority.
The actual translation into seats is very less over here. Yeah. It's just about 2 to 3 seats.
There's just one issue. If the vote share is going to be this close, then it can be a keener contest. It's just a disclaimer.
I just want to elaborate, because you had the BSP spokesperson here, about atrocities within Rajasthan under the state of Ashok Gehlot, which I have written about. There was one 3-time Congress MLA, his name is Giriraj Malinga, who famously beat up a Dalit engineer who cut off power for non-payments of dues. It was a cruel, brutal...
And he wasn't given a ticket, and he joined the BJP.
No, he wasn't given. The thing is, this is where Gehlot and Rahul Gandhi's thing plays out. Rahul threatened to not campaign. If this guy Gehlot had dug in his heels about many people, he got his way. But on this, Rahul said, I will not campaign. Now I am told, after travelling there, that because the BJP then gave him the ticket, that the Dalit vote has shifted to the BSP. And the BSP might pull out this seat. It's interesting. It's an interesting sociological tale because here we're talking about atrocities across any party.
But
caste atrocities.
BJP has given him ticket.
That
But the Congress also
BJP gave him ticket, and interestingly, Ashok Gehlot eventually went and met
Only
his
after.
victim in hospital and
No,
said,
no,
देखिए
they-
ये दलितों पे अत्याचार
Listen,
किया,
no, they
तो हमने
filed
टिकट
that
नहीं
part,
दिया,
there was no
बीजेपी ने
charge.
टिकट दे
That
दिया,
was
so he
not
tried to reach out to the
But when
Dalits.
we've seen these numbers stacked up on the board, we also must see what are the messages that are coming out of Rajasthan. So let's take a look at the takeaways. It's for the BJP, decisive gains in the Gujar vote. That is one thing that has come up. It has been to the loss of the Congress party. And you will agree with me, Tehseen Poonawala, that that is something that would have damaged not just Mr. Gehlot, but also the Congress party. And this is where decision making will have to be done at the level of the High Command ahead of the 2024 elections. Decisive gains by the BJP. Anger over pilot betrayal hurts the Congress party, and that has been something that the Prime Minister spoke about. Yet, the Congress was not in a position to do anything. And the question that arises here is it because of the resources that the Congress High Command really couldn't do anything about this, Anand Ranganathan?
I think, let's be very honest about it. I keep harping back to the fact that Rajasthan, over the last 4 or 5 years, because until Karnataka came to the Congress's fold, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh were projected as a kind of model states that are going to be extrapolated to the rest of the country when Rahul gets a chance. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Congress gets a chance.
Okay, Congress.
Rahul is Congress, Congress is Rahul.
Yeah, but the Congress is a lot more, so that is how it is. The Congress does not project one person.
So,
unlike the BJP, where 2.5 men
Oh,
run.
Congress does not project one person.
It
Now,
doesn't.
how many people are going to buy that argument?
Congress
Are you buying
is
that
the most
argument?
democratic
Congress does not
organization
project
in the
one
country.
person.
No, I don't buy.
The ad that the Congress government put out the day before polling had pictures of Rahul Gandhi and Ashok Gehlot.
That's true.
That's it. No Mr. Kharge, no Mr. Pilot.
That's
Go
true,
on.
because Rahulji was the star campaigner.
Acha. And what was Sachin Pilot?
Well, star campaigner. He's
Tehseen
the
has
only
hijacked
star
my
of the
time.
Congress party.
He was
He's only just the president of the party.
Tehseen is like Sachin Pilot. He's hijacked me as Gehlot, my time. So just give me, So when you're trying to project a state as a model state and extrapolate to the rest of the country, you have a few important plans and policies. Now, if you look at Chhattisgarh, even Rahul's flagship scheme of Nyay 2019 that he did not implement or promised to implement in India has been in a limited sense implemented in Chhattisgarh. Correct me if I'm wrong, but not in Rajasthan to the extent that one would like it to be. So you can see the progress that Congress has made in Chhattisgarh as far as Rahul's own policies are concerned. They are missing in Rajasthan.
They're not missing in Rajasthan because there is a Chiranjeevi Yojana, there is a there is too many the right to work.
Can I come to the GDP
Gigs.
Insurance. I think this argument needs to be nuanced a little.
I'm only saying it. Let's not look only one side of the story. The Chiranjeevi Yojana in Rajasthan is heavily popular Yojana.
No,
there is a gigs.
But if these numbers,
well, it is a popular Yojana,
Which
very
is-
well said. But in the past, we've seen, Ashutosh, if there is the rock stars plan and scheme, then names get tweaked and changed accordingly, which didn't happen in Rajasthan. So let's leave it at that. Let's take a look at the other takeaways. And in the takeaways, the Raje decisive anger over pilot was there. BJP ahead in Raje's stronghold of Hadoti. That is also something that was noticed. Will that really determine the politics of Rajasthan for the BJP? We'll have to wait and watch. Also look at BJP. The kingmakers really come from Mewar. So who's going to be the kingmaker now? Pratyush Kant, let's take a guess at who the kingmaker. So, Shazia Ilmi joining the show. Shazia Ilmi, welcome. And what do you think of the Rajasthan results? It's only the exit poll projections. I'm just so excited and ahead of time. But Rajasthan squarely to the BJP. Congress paying the price of Sachin Pilot and the Gujar vote going out of its hand. How do you see this? Will the scramble for the chief ministerial gaddi now begin?
Well, first things first, this was more or less predicted. We were heading that way. What we thought would be a simple majority and a clear win is becoming a big victory. As you can see, 4 out of 5 regions clearly falling in BJP lap, and clear dissatisfaction and anti-incumbency against the last government. And not just that, there are many other factors: corruption, Lal Diary being a big, huge factor, and rising crimes against Rajasthan. And of course, when we have spoken less about paper leak than Sachin Pilot has. So a whole lot of those factors are there. And I was listening into the parts of the conversation. Yes,
exactly.
There are castes. There are castes, and there are whether I can't hear you.
Okay, yes, go on. Finish your point. Shazia Elmi, come to the main point. If Vasundhara Raje has delivered,
Chief Minister कौन बनेगा?
अरे इसकी क्यों आप लोग फिक्र कर रहे हैं? जिसको बनना है बन जाएगा, और उसमें कोई
उसी की तो फिक्र है सबको, इसीलिए तो इलेक्शन
वोट इसलिए दिए। शाजिया जी, लोगों ने वोट चीफ मिनिस्टर चुनने के लिए दिए हैं, पार्टी के लिए वोट बाद में होता है। चीफ मिनिस्टर कौन बनेगा इसके लिए वोट होता है।
जी बन जाएंगी। देखिए, अब मैं Navika, do you know what happened with Manohar? Had anybody heard of Manohar Khattar, and could anybody imagine that he would be the CM of Haryana? Could you imagine Pushkar Dhami being such a successful CM of Uttarakhand? Could you imagine
people of Haryana?
So the fact of the matter is,
Manohar Khattar was a nobody.
Let me finish.
Modi ji made a nobody. That's what a BJP.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Okay, let me finish.
Stop heckling Tehseen Poonawala. Just because you're losing Rajasthan, don't lose your balance.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. So why there is
okay, please, let her finish. Yes.
Right, actually, he was a nobody.
So is that the issue? Isn't
Okay, let her finish, please. Then we want to come to
so
a
it's very
logical
clear
point.
that Rajasthan BJP is winning, and we'll know very soon who will be the CM. We don't have to worry about that. Neither will I speculate on that and waste my energy.
Your energy? Well, the state has.
Shazia, let's just focus down to the list of probables that we are hearing about. These are probables we are hearing about,
Shazia. There's a time lag, so I can't.
Okay, all right. Who are the probables?
There is a time lag.
Now, there are some probables we are hearing.
All I'm saying is
One is
that
Diya
first
Kumari.
things first, we are heading towards a
Okay, Shazia, just a second. We are putting out names.
Shazia, the rallies are over. We only need a name for the chief minister, which you don't have. So we are predicting one.
Kumari, her qualifiers that she could be a royal to replace the royal. Then we have Mr. Rajyavardhan Rathore, qualifier as a
Don't forget
youthful image, right? Third, we have also Baba Balaknath, who's projected as another Nath Yogi. Qualifier is a hard Hindutva mascot. So, ऐसे candidate के names are doing rounds with qualifiers, and we should be discussing that.
Meghwal, the current law minister, and then there is Gajendra Shekhawat. There are names.
The bench strength is very strong.
I mean, ideally, all the 7 MPs who've been fielded will be saying, "Main bhi, main kyun nahi?"
Either Shekhawat or Arjun Meghwal says Ashutosh. We'll have to look at the other takeaways. The impact of rebel MLAs. The impact. Can I please have silence in the studios? इतने excited. अभी तो पहला state हुआ है, 4 बाकी हैं. No impact of rebel MLAs, no CM face. So the BJP would be taking this message very, very seriously, that brand BJP, brand Modi can power a victory in a state without a chief ministerial face, and that will be the big takeaway. That is for the BJP. As far as the Congress is concerned, caste census promise did not galvanize their vote bank. And Padmaja, that would be disappointing for the Congress party, because they bet a lot on the caste census.
100%. And the fact also that Ashok Gehlot himself is an OBC chief minister. Remember, 2 from the Congress and 1 from the BJP. The CMs who were defending their turf were all OBCs, whether it is Bhupesh Baghel in Chhattisgarh, there's Ashok Gehlot in Rajasthan, and there is Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh. Also, despite Gehlot's Marwari pride card, a very close call for him in Marwar itself. He did not get the kind of, in fact, the 2 places where maximum gains have been made by the BJP, which which can attribute to why they have done so handsomely. One is Dhundar and one is Marwar. So all of these seats have gone to the BJP this time around. Some people can say it's brand Modi, brand BJP. Some will argue, the Congress will argue that, oh, it is because har 5 saal roti palatti hai. Interestingly, today Ashok Gehlot said, वैसे तो हम जीत रहे हैं, पर अगर बीजेपी जीत गई, इसका मतलब उनका polarization काम कर गया. For him to say this on this day is in itself quite telling. The Jat and Rajput voters in Marwar remain divided. That is another interesting takeaway from this.
And for them, the takeaway will also be that farmer protests and their lead in the Shekhawati region is something that they will have to ponder about. Again, coming back, the Prime Minister has already caught on to this. And today, the Prime Minister made a statement. And Sanjay Jha, it's a very crucial statement. Caste card hasn't worked for the Congress party, but the Prime Minister has talked about 4 classes. And he's talked about women, youth, poor and farmers. Very clearly picking up these classes of people which can work. And do you think the caste gamble may just be overrated by the Congress party?
You know, Navika, before I answer that question, which is a very relevant one, by the way, there are 2 points that I wish to make, having heard a lot of the conversation and looking at the data on your screen. Number one, there is an anti-incumbency, but it is perceptible, but it is not pronounced. If the vote share difference between the two is not more than 2%, which seems to be the case, I would actually recommend some circumspection, although I do believe the BJP may be ahead, and look at the poll of polls, looking at all the polls at the end of the evening, and get some kind of an idea if this is the trend that all of them are saying or the majority are saying before we come to a conclusion. My second point is, and that is important, that when it comes to what Mr. Modi said about women, well, we all know that at the end of the day, the crime against women across the country under Mr. Modi as Prime Minister has been disconcertingly high, including states like Uttar Pradesh. Second, the farmers were on protest for a period of a year. He talks of youth. Well, the youth unemployment is at a record high. So I really don't think that, these shibboleths and these slogans really have any substance anymore. Okay. But I do believe that Rajasthan is actually sending out a message that the Congress, if it doesn't make it in Rajasthan or doesn't create even a hung assembly, it's not necessarily on account of governance, as Anand seems to be saying. It will be more on account of the perception that the house was not in order.
All right. So it is more infighting than anything else. Also joining us, Leader of Opposition in the Rajasthan Assembly, Mr. Rajendra Rathore. Rajendra जी, बहुत धन्यवाद. आपकी खुद की सीट के नंबर हम अभी नहीं बताएंगे, अभी हम ओवरऑल नंबर बता रहे हैं. पर सबसे पहले मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूं कि क्या आपको लगता है ये सिर्फ एक रिवाज है? ज्यादातर लोग कह रहे हैं कि हाँ, राज बदलना तो रिवाज है, उसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, राजस्थान के अंदर कांग्रेस का शासन जिस प्रकार 5 साल चला, सरकार कहें या सर्कस कहें, कांग्रेस खुद ही ए और बी टीम में रही और शासन के नाम पर लूट खसोट रही, लूट और झूठ दोनों बराबर जारी रही. इस कारण से आपने देखा होगा राजस्थान में अब तक आजादी के बाद जितने भी चुनाव हुए हैं, सर्वाधिक मतदान जनता ने किया है और ये कांग्रेस की विदाई के लिए किया है. एंटी इनकम्बेंसी सर चढ़कर बोल रही थी. कांग्रेस को विदा करने के लिए लोग तैयार थे, इशू पर इशू बने हुए थे. जनता नीलकंठ बनी हुई थी, जो जहर के रूप में उन्होंने अपने निगल रखा था, उसको उगला उन्होंने कांग्रेस पर. और मैं साफ कह सकता हूं, दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं, अनुभव के साथ कह सकता हूं, कांग्रेस सबसे शर्मनाक हार की ओर बढ़ चुकी है.
राठौर साहब, लोग ये भी पूछेंगे कि एक भी चीफ मिनिस्टीरियल कैंडिडेट का प्रोजेक्शन नहीं हुआ, स्ट्रैटेजी क्या रही? क्योंकि चाहे रोटी पलटे या ना पलटे, हर पार्टी एक स्ट्रैटेजी पर काम करती है. बीजेपी की इस बार स्ट्रैटेजी क्या थी और क्या ये नॉट प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ एनी चीफ मिनिस्टर, क्या ये एक इंट्रिंसिक पार्ट उस स्ट्रैटेजी का था?
देखिए, हमारी पार्टी ने पूरे 5 साल तक संगठन को मजबूत किया. आज राजस्थान में हर बूथ पर कमेटी बनी, पन्ना प्रमुख बने, लगातार बैठकें हुई, हमने जन आक्रोश रैलियां की, हमने परिवर्तन यात्राएं की और जनता के बीच में जनता के मुद्दों को लेकर गए और इसी कारण से प्रबल समर्थन मिला. और सबसे बड़ी बात है, बुनियादी सेवाएं अस्त व्यस्त रही, ना बिजली समय पर मिली, ना पानी समय पर मिला और पेपर लीक एक बड़ा मुद्दा बना, कानून व्यवस्था पहली बार मुद्दा बना, महिला अत्याचार के अंदर राजस्थान लगातार 2 साल पहली पायदान पर एनसीआरबी के आंकड़े के अनुसार पहुंचा। करप्शन भी ऐसा करप्शन कि सचिवालय के अंदर नोट और सोना मिले। इन सारी बातों ने जनता का मन कांग्रेस की विदाई के लिए पहले ही बना दिया था।
हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। लेकिन
Well, many people predicted that BJP's long-running reign in Madhya Pradesh would end due to anti-incumbency, as they have been in power for almost 2 decades. However, the exit polls have surprised with the Times Now ETG projection showing that the Congress is just ahead of the BJP by a razor-thin margin. The Congress is poised to win 109 to 125, while the BJP will likely bag 105 to 117 seats. However, an aggregate of 7 exit polls indicates that the BJP may wind up with 123 of the state's 230 seats, where the majority mark is 116. Now, the Congress may get 104 seats. That's what the poll of poll projects. Right. So, poll of poll shows that the Bharatiya Janata Party is ahead. That's an aggregate that we are getting for you, according to which you can see how very comfortably BJP seems to be getting 123 if you do overall calculation of the poll of polls, and the Congress seems to be getting 104. According to the Times Now ETG survey, the Congress party seems to be getting 117 and BJP 111 seats. According to other statistics, you can see there's a very close fight, a neck-to-neck fight between the Congress and the BJP as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned. Now, the Congress camp hoped to surpass majority in the exit polls, but it has caused concern. Despite this, they remain confident that they can comfortably secure 130 seats. The Congress party emphasizes that they value people's verdict over predictions of the exit polls.
अभी जो एग्जिट पोल्स आ रहे हैं वेरियस न्यूज़ चैनल्स की, एजेंसीज की, कुछ सरप्राइजिंग भी हैं, कुछ में टाइट फाइट है, कुछ में मार्जिनल विक्ट्री भी है कांग्रेस की। आप कैसे देखते हैं?
मैं तो इसे स्पष्ट बहुमत देखता हूँ। मेरा जो अनुभव है पिछले कई सालों का और थोड़ा बहुत जो मध्य प्रदेश को मैं जानता हूँ, मैं शुरू से इस बात को कह रहा हूँ कि इस बार जनता में नाराज़ी है भाजपा के खिलाफ, और ये नाराज़ी वोटों में परिवर्तित होकर रहेगी और हमें 130 सीटों से ज़्यादा सीटें मिलेंगी।
Okay, voting turnout has increased with more than 1%. So how you just look at this scenario?
That is always against the establishment. नाराज़ी का वोट जो होता है वो हमेशा से विपक्ष को जाता है और उसमें वोटिंग परसेंटेज बढ़ता है।
Sir, if the margin of victory is near means little more than majority, last time you have seen the experience of toppling the government. So how you see that situation? If it
we'll be more careful this time. Okay. We'll be more careful.
And, what is the estimation of Mr. Digvijay Singh regarding this?
My own estimation is still 130 plus, because people have voted for the Congress party. And there is huge anger against the present government.
How would you say, final question, last question, Times Now also has presented the survey. It has given 117 to Congress party and 111 to BJP.
That's a very conservative estimate. This thing is nothing less than 130.
Well, nothing less than 130 says Digvijay Singh for Congress in Madhya Pradesh. Some in Congress have even declared that Kamal Nath will take oath as the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Listen in.
देखिए 17 तारीख को जनता ने जनादेश तय कर दिया है। 2 दिन बचे हैं। 3 तारीख को कांग्रेस की सरकार बन रही है। आदरणीय हमारे कमलनाथ जी मुख्यमंत्री बन रहे हैं। आदरणीय राय साहब, कमलनाथ जी, जितने भी सीनियर नेता हैं, सब ने जी तोड़ पिछले 3 साल से मेहनत की है और रिजल्ट कांग्रेस के पक्ष में, जैसा कि सर्वे हुए हैं और भी चीज़ों 120 सीटों से ज़्यादा कांग्रेस को मिल रही हैं। जो भी सर्वे चल रहा है मीडिया कर रही है।
Now, the BJP is also feeling optimistic after looking at the exit polls. The party claims that the poll of polls have quelled naysayers predicting a close competition, as the BJP asserts it is a one-sided contest.
मैंने पहले ही कहा था, मध्य प्रदेश में कोई कांटे की टक्कर नहीं है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी भारी बहुमत से जीतेगी। जो एग्जिट पोल कह रहा है वो लगभग जन भावनाएं हैं और हम भारी बहुमत से जीतेंगे।
गोविंद joining us live on the broadcast. गोविंद, हमने आपकी बातचीत सुनी दिग्विजय सिंह के साथ। दिग्विजय सिंह कह रहे हैं कि 130 से कम कुछ नहीं, दूसरी तरफ बीजेपी भी काफी कॉन्फिडेंट नजर आ रही है और पोल ऑफ पोल्स के नंबर्स की अगर आप बात करें तो कहीं ना कहीं बीजेपी को एक एज मिलता जरूर दिखाई दे रहा है।
गुड मॉर्निंग स्वाति। और देखिए मध्य प्रदेश में जिस तरह से जो कांग्रेस के दावे थे एक्चुअली कि जो हवा है वो मध्य प्रदेश में कांग्रेस के पक्ष में चल रही है। कमलनाथ ने भी कल ट्वीट किया और कहा कि ये इस तरह के जो पोल्स के सर्वे जो रिपोर्ट्स आई हैं उनको लेकर भ्रमित होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। लोकतंत्र विजन से चलता है, टेलीविज़न से नहीं। और जैसे कि कुछ एग्जिट पोल्स के जो सर्वे हैं वो काफ़ी चौंकाने वाले हैं। एक तरफा बीजेपी की भी जीत बताई गई है और आधे सर्वेज में लगभग एज कांग्रेस को दिखाया गया है। लेकिन काफ़ी चर्चा में है मध्य प्रदेश का सर्वे अगर कहा जाए एग्जिट पोल का, जिसमें कुछ एजेंसीज ने एज दिया है कांग्रेस पार्टी को, जबकि 2-3 एजेंसीज ने काफ़ी चौंकाने वाले नतीजे दिए। 150 प्लस तक बीजेपी को दिखाया गया है। सो दैट इज समवॉट सरप्राइजिंग फॉर कांग्रेस पार्टी एंड दे जस्ट सेइंग दैट इट्स नथिंग लाइक ऑन ग्राउंड रियलिटी द सर्वे हैज बीन कंडक्टेड ऑन इन फैक्ट। और यहाँ पर जो हमारा टाइम्स नाउ का सर्वे उसको लेकर जब हमने बात की दिग्विजय सिंह से, तो दिग्विजय सिंह ने कहा कि आपका जो सर्वे है वो ओके है, लेकिन हम लोग 130 प्लस एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं। और सीएम शिवराज सिंह चौहान का कहना है कि जो कहा जा रहा था कि भाई कांटे की टक्कर, लेकिन लाडली बहनाओं ने सारे कांटे निकाल दिए हैं। तो अपने अपने दावे हैं, अपने अपने पक्ष रखे जा रहे हैं। लेकिन एग्जिट पोल के बाद अब एग्जैक्ट पोल जो आना है 48 घंटे बाद, उसके बाद तस्वीर साफ हो जाएगी। लेकिन मध्य प्रदेश के नतीजे काफी रोचक रहेंगे, इसका अनुमान सभी लगा।
तब स्पष्ट हो जाएगा कि कौन सा एग्जिट पोल जो है वो सही साबित हो रहा है। गोविंद, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका इस पूरी जानकारी के लिए। कैलाश विजयवर्गीय से हमने बात की, उन्होंने क्या कहा इस बातचीत में बीजेपी की जीत को लेकर, सुनिए।
विजयवर्गीय जी, एग्जिट पोल आ रहे हैं, कोई पोल दिखा रहा है मुकाबले की टक्कर और 2 पोल दिखा रहे हैं बीजेपी का स्वीप, और आपकी जो स्माइल है वो बता रही है कि शायद सिर्फ राज्य बीजेपी के पास नहीं, आप मुख्यमंत्री भी बन रहे हैं। कुछ ऐसा है क्या?
आप मेरी शुभचिंतक है ना, तो अभी तो खाली जीतने की बात करिए और बहुमत लाने की बात करिए, और कौन मुख्यमंत्री होगा ये तो हमारे सब लीडर तय करेंगे। पर हाँ, मैं इतना दावे से कह सकता हूं कि मैंने पहले दिन भी कहा था कि 130 कम से कम आएगी और अधिकतम 160 आएगी। आज भी मैं उसको दोहरा रहा हूं कि मध्य प्रदेश में हमने 20 सालों में जनता की सेवा की है। मोदी जी का नेतृत्व है, डबल इंजन की सरकार है, मोदी जी की गरीब कल्याण की योजना है। प्रदेश में शिवराज जी की गरीब कल्याण की योजनाओं के माध्यम से हमने प्रदेश की गरीबी दूर करने का प्रयास किया। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हमारे यहाँ बहुत अच्छा हो गया। मुझे याद है दीदी, जब मैं मिनिस्टर बना था पीडब्ल्यूडी 2003 में, जब सड़कें हमारे यहाँ 60,000 किलोमीटर गड्ढे वाली सड़कें थी, आज 5 लाख किलोमीटर सड़कें हैं बिना गड्ढे की। ये डेवलपमेंट बहुत साफ दिखाई देता है और लोग महसूस कर रहे हैं।
डेवलपमेंट साफ दिखाई देता है, लेकिन बीजेपी का इंटरनल सर्वे क्या बताता है, कितनी सीटें हैं?
मैं तो आपसे कह रहा हूँ कि 130 कम से कम आएगी और 160 तक जा सकती है। मैंने तो आज हमारे वरिष्ठ नेताओं को भी सीट का आंकड़ा दिया है। ये सीट हम जीतना है, ये सीट में हमारी फाइट है, ये सीट हम जीत सकते हैं।
जीत का फैक्टर नरेंद्र मोदी का करिश्मा है, लाडली बहना स्कीम है, सेंट्रल स्कीम्स हैं, क्या कारण बताते हैं आप इस अगर जीतते हैं?
नंबर देखिए तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी का नेतृत्व, डबल इंजन की सरकार, उसके बाद गरीब कल्याण की सारी योजनाएं, उसमें लाडली बहना योजना भी है, और इसलिए कुल मिलाकर एक गुलदस्ता है। उस गुलदस्ते के अंदर अलग अलग फूल हैं और उसमें प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना भी है, आयुष्मान योजना भी है, लाडली लक्ष्मी योजना भी है, लाडली बहना योजना भी है। तो ये सब का गुलदस्ता है जनता की सेवा का।
कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, 2024 के लिए क्या मैसेज रहेगा मध्य प्रदेश का अगर बीजेपी चुनाव जीतती है? लेकिन कांग्रेस ने काफी मुकाबले की टक्कर दी है 2018 में भी, अब 2023 में भी। लोकसभा के लिए क्या आप आकलन लगा रहे हैं?
2018 में कांग्रेस ने जनता को धोखा दिया था, किसानों के कर्जे माफ करने का वादा किया था, बेरोजगार नौजवानों को 4,000 भत्ता देंगे ये वादा किया था, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप की जितनी महिलाएं हैं उनका कर्जा माफ कर देंगे, जितने अस्थायी शिक्षक गुरुजी थे, उन सबको स्थायी कर देंगे, एक भी मांग पूरी नहीं की। और इसलिए पिछली बार चुनाव अच्छा नहीं लगा, कांग्रेस ने जनता को ठगा, और इस बार जनता समझ गई कि कांग्रेस ठगने वाली पार्टी है, इसलिए उनके घोषणा के पत्र की तरफ उन्होंने देखा ही नहीं और सीधे भारतीय जनता पार्टी को उन्होंने आशीर्वाद दिया है।
मुख्य दावेदार मुख्यमंत्री के लिए कौन है?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कोई भी कार्यकर्ता जिसको पार्टी का नेतृत्व आदेश देगा वो मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा।
यानी कि शिवराज चौहान के चांसेस?
सबके चांस हैं,
सबके
पार्टी में सब बराबर, हाँ सबके चांस है। पार्टी जिसको, क्योंकि सक्षम कार्यकर्ताओं की हमारे पास टीम है और उनकी टीम के कारण ही हम लोग यहाँ पर मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में सरकार बना रहे हैं।
कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इंतजार रहेगा 3 तारीख का। 3 तारीख को हम फिर बात करेंगे आपके आंकड़े सही होते हैं या पोलस्टर्स के आंकड़े सही होते हैं। 3 तारीख को इसका फैसला होगा।
Let's shift focus.
Chhattisgarh numbers. Well, just sit back. Chhattisgarh numbers
Should
coming
we start
up
by
at the
saying
first
Har
region.
Mahadev for Chhattisgarh numbers?
Whichever way. Are you making it communal or are you making it corruption oriented?
I
have
making
no
it
idea.
pious.
I have no idea because Ashutosh will have an objection to that. But let's take a look at the Sarguja region, which is the northern part of Chhattisgarh. Congress 7 to 8, BJP 4 to 6 in this 14-seat region, 0 for the others. Pretty close. They're 7 to 10. Congress has the lead. BJP 4 to 6.
This is T.S. Singh Deo's stronghold. So it would mean a lot for him to show, look, this I have delivered my particular region.
अब मेरी बारी, अब मुख्यमंत्री बनने की मेरी बारी। तहसील पुनावाला ये अगर हुआ टीएस सिंहदेव के रीजन में 14 last time, 9 this time. BJP gains 5 seats here, 0 for the others. T.S. Singhdev's stronghold, but it's down from 14 to 9. Padmaja, look at that.
Absolutely. And also remember, there was a long-standing feud, and apparently Mr. Khadge had to intervene to finally say that T.S. Singhdeo should be made Deputy Chief Minister. But did that paper over all the differences? And in the minds of the people, see, it's always like, it's a very famous saying कि आप अगर रस्सी में एक बार अगर टूट जाती है तो आप जोड़ भी दो, गांठ उसमें रहती है. That applies as much to Rajasthan, perhaps as much to Chhattisgarh as well. I think Jay wants to make a point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
We will come to MP in a bit, and I will repeat this. But yes, Jay.
No, most importantly, this represents two things. One is the Congress still holds among the tribals. This is a hilly and tribal tract of the state. The second thing is कि इनका जो पैडी प्रोक्योरमेंट का बोनस है, यहाँ पे पैडी का भी काफी खेती होता है. So that also indicates that somewhere is working in favor of the Congress. Two things, issue-wise.
And we are going to be getting Mr. Deo live on the channel in just a while from now. Yeah.
But let's take a look at the Raipur region and the Bastar region, the south part of which is completely Naxal, tribal. It has all of that. Again, the Congress doing well there, 7 to 10 seats, BJP 2 to 4, others are 0. So it's a bipolar contest, not too much to take from. It's going to be this way or that.
Let's see the comparison, whether there have been any gains from last time around.
Congress is down. Congress is down
too. And the BJP has gained a little. This is another area, Navika, very interestingly. You know, a lot is said about Ambani, Adani ki sarkar and all. Do you know that the Adani group actually has a project in this area which the locals, the tribals were opposing. This is the area, right, in Bastar area. Yes. And JBC, if you could just weigh in on this, if you come here as well. This was the area where actually land acquisition was done under police protection. So, you know, Rahul Gandhi can sit in Delhi and in Mumbai and say कि BJP Adani Ambani की सरकार है, but in a tribal area, and for good reason, because development is needed in that region. Land acquisition was done for an Adani company.
Well, so much sound and fury about Adani Tehsin Poonawalla, but you know, it's doing business in Chhattisgarh, and you are winning Chhattisgarh, you know, at least in Bastar and in the
but slight reduction in tribal areas. What do you attribute this to? JVC has travelled there actually. JVC, what do you think?
I think, you know, there is a tremendous amount of local anti-incumbency which is happening at Chhattisgarh. In every election it happens.
But 53 seats were changed.
Pardon?
For the BJP, and you know, did the BJP counter? 53 MLAs were changed by the BJP.
Yes.
So has that countered the Congress strategy?
So it has really countered the Congress strategy, and more importantly, before the first phase, Mr. Amit Shah gave the Modi ka guarantee. In the Modi ka guarantee, he said 12,000 rupees per woman per year. Now, just the day before Diwali, the day I landed in Chhattisgarh, that is when Bhupesh Baghel came and said, we are giving 15,000 rupees. But before that, the BJP Karyakartas have gone door to door, spoken to women, gave them the Congress guarantee form, BJP guarantee form, and took their numbers and said, you are going to get 1,000 rupees per month if BJP is coming to power. And based on that, Bhupesh Baghel said, and when I traveled to the region, Surguja region, which you talked about, when I traveled there, the opinion was BJP ka Modi ka guarantee hai. It is Modi ka guarantee. It is not Raman Singh ka guarantee. It is not BJP ka guarantee. And Baghel has just said, so we are going with BJP. That was a silent woman wave there.
You know, Ashutosh, I love it, Navika. When Modi ji gives something, it is Modi ki guarantee. If Congress gives, it's revdi. The same thing. ये मुझे बताओ, उत्तर प्रदेश की महिलाओं ने क्या गुनाह किया है कि वहां पे 15,000 नहीं मिलता, वहां पर गैस सिलेंडर 500 में मोदी जी गारंटी नहीं देते, जहां पे सरकार नहीं है. And there's no chance of making. Modi ji gives guarantees. Modi ji is in government, no? Double engine in Uttar Pradesh. वहाँ दे दो ना.
ये तो जनता डिसाइड करेगी. और
But that shows how this guarantee
आप मुझे सिर्फ ये बता दीजिए. And a very crucial point made by JVC. Door-to-door campaign with the guarantee card. Now, can the Congress beat the Karyakarta and the cadre of the BJP? That's what it will boil down to.
Congress has developed a model, which is the Chhattisgarh model, which has the lowest unemployment in the country. It has been given a lot of schemes, including the health scheme, money even on cow dung. And I'm telling you that and it's 250 English medium schools. The Chhattisgarh model for a poor state is the model forward. The Karnataka model and Madhya Pradesh model will be the model for the bigger states.
Ashutosh.
The data speaks for itself. How much the door-to-door campaign has worked in Bastar, Sarguja area. Your data says Congress is winning 7-10, BJP is 4-6. And then in Bastar, 7-10 and 2-4. That means the door-to-door campaign is not working. It's that simple. So the Modi guarantee is absolutely not working.
No. Could it be because they don't have a face over there as opposed to a Bhupesh Baghel who's a strong face?
Let me complete. Let me complete. Okay. So the data is speaking, and if we accumulate these data, that is minimum 14 Congress is winning, BJP 6, maximum 20 Congress is winning, BJP 10. So there is absolutely no comparison, no competition.
Let's take a look at the next region and numbers.
Most crucial debate
will come to rest. Let's take a look at the numbers now. Central region, which is the Raipur region, and Congress 34-36, BJP 26-30, total 64 seats in this region, and that's it. 2-4 to the others.
And this actually is the region where the BJP has done the best because traditionally it has been their stronghold. This is the more urban areas where, you know, you will have a large community, a trader community who have traditionally gone in support of the BJP, and they seem to have retained it. Let's take a look at the comparison. Which will...
This is the Durg se Bilaspur ka region.
So let's see if they have actually come back.
43-35, Congress is down. BJP is 14-27, but the gap remains.
But it is narrowed. See, remember, these are cities that include even the Raipur city seats where senior ministers like Rajesh Munat lost last time. That pura ground BJP wapas cover kar rahi hai.
Okay, so let's take a look at the total numbers. No,
BJP is still number 2, but they have made gains in central.
Congress has a clear majority in Chhattisgarh, 48-56.
Clear majority we've said.
Clear majority.
Why we are not calling it pro-incumbency and good governance?
Okay. Mahadev has worked for the Congress, the app, and Mahadev has not worked for the BJP. That is 32-40 seats to the BJP, 2-4 to the others. And that's the way the exit poll has stacked.
You know, this is also very important. If we just take a look at the others, from 7 last time around, they have come down to 2. This again, like we've been saying, increasingly bipolar. Why? Because here you have Amit Jogi's party, which was also in the fray. He incidentally is challenging the Chief Minister himself from Patan. Very unlikely that he's going to win that seat. Perhaps his mother Renu Jogi and his one more family member who's contesting are the only ones who are going to take out these 2 tickets on the Amit Jogi party. What's also interesting is that actually Bhupesh Baghel was asked, you know, you always revered Ajit Jogi. Would you be okay? He said, not Amit Jogi. If Renu ji, she's very respectable, she wants to come back, she's welcome to do it. But this party, we will not do business with. And going by the numbers we see,
they will not need it. If 52 is where the Congress party is stacked and 36 is where the BJP is stacked, it's as clear as daylight. And Shazia Ilmi, your first reactions, Chhattisgarh going the Congress way, and this is pro-incumbency. Pro-incumbency for the Congress party. What does that mean for national politics? Also the fact that Rajasthan bipolar, also Chhattisgarh largely bipolar. What does that mean for the BJP? Is your strategy of Modi versus Rahul Gandhi for 24 working out?
So essentially, Navika, these 3 states, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and MP, have been bipolar. And just look at what happened in just 5 years back. In all of these 5 states, BJP lost. Of course, Madhya Pradesh, after 18 months, Kamal Nath was ousted and Shivraj Chauhan again became the CM. But you see the Vidhan Sabha elections and you see the Lok Sabha elections. And you see the just numbers.
So you're saying you're not playing this match. You're not playing this match. The only match that works for you and you're worried about is 2024. All right, that's the takeaway I take from your answer. Let me take that question to Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, the BJP is playing for 2024. Advantage Congress in Chhattisgarh, where 10 seats come from Chhattisgarh. 11 seats. No big deal. Le lo. 24 to hamara hai. That's what Shazia Ilmi is saying.
Navika, I don't think it can be made so simplistic or a reductionist argument that just because these are state elections, they'll have no repercussion on the general elections. Shazia, just let me make my point. I believe that at the end of the day, every election, even if it's local and not general, is telling you the sense of the public mood. Now, let's not forget this, right? That the BJP throughout all state elections leverages Mr. Modi. They don't have local leadership. And in every election, including in Karnataka and Himachal, Narendra Modi, when he campaigned as a prime minister, he told the voters of Karnataka and Himachal, vote for me. He did not even say vote for the BJP. So I think these are an exhibition of a larger disillusionment that I think the voters are catching up with. I think if I was the BJP, I would be extremely worried. Please don't always conflate it with the 2019 general elections, where the Congress had won many states and yet ended up losing the general elections. I thought the Pulwama, the Balakot factor had a huge role to play in the 2019 win of the BJP. So I come to the
2024 election in a second. Ashutosh ji, you also want to come in, but before that, just give me a second. Let me bring in Advocate Bhagwanu Nayak. He is the chief spokesperson of the Janata Congress. Bhagwanu ji, जो नंबर अभी दिखाई दे रहे हैं, अब जो तीसरी पार्टी है, उनका कुछ खास प्रेजेंस नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है, इंक्लूडिंग योर्स इन छत्तीसगढ़. क्या आपको लग रहा है कि लार्जली अब वोटर्स जो तिकोणीय मुकाबले थे, उसमें जो तीसरा कोण है, उसको इररेलेवेंट कर रहे हैं?
नहीं, कुछ भी कह पाना बिल्कुल जल्दबाजी होगा. जो सटीक परिणाम है वो आगामी 3 दिसंबर को पता चलेगा. जो भी कांग्रेस छत्तीसगढ़ की पहली ऐसी मान्यता प्राप्त राजनीतिक दल है जिन्होंने बहुत ही कम समय में, बहुत कम वर्षों में एक बड़ा प्रदर्शन किए. 2018 की बात करें तो हमारी जो पार्टी है वो गठबंधन के साथ 7 सीटें लाई, 14% वोट शेयर लाई. अभी पूरे 80 विधानसभा में हमने हमारे प्रत्याशी उतारे. हमारे लोकप्रिय नेता अमित जोगी जी पूरे 78 दिनों में 78 विधानसभा में हेलीकॉप्टर से दौरा किया है. और छत्तीसगढ़ की जो जनता के मन में एक बदलाव की लहर चल रही है, तो राष्ट्रीय राजनीतिक दलों से
कहीं ना कहीं बहुत मुश्किल लग रहा है कि अमित जी भी अपनी सीट जीत पाएंगे. बिल्कुल. वो पाटन से तो अभी हारते हुए दिखाई दे रहे. खुद चीफ मिनिस्टर को चैलेंज करना, क्या ये मिस कैलकुलेशन था? एक सीट आपकी और बढ़ जाती, कहीं और से लड़ लेते तो.
निश्चित रूप से, लेकिन देखिए छत्तीसगढ़ पाटन विधानसभा में हमारे माननीय अमित जोगी जी वहाँ भूपेश बघेल या और कोई भारतीय जनता पार्टी के खिलाफ नहीं, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ, वहाँ गरीबी के खिलाफ, कहीं ना कहीं महंगाई के खिलाफ जो बीते 5 सालों में जो भ्रष्टाचार के जो रिकॉर्ड छत्तीसगढ़ में बने हैं, कहीं ना कहीं उसको चुनौती देने के लिए अमित जोगी ने वहां से चुनाव लड़ा। निश्चित रूप से वो चाहते कोई भी सेफ सीट पे जाकर के चुनाव लड़ सकते थे, जीत सकते थे, और एक सकारात्मक परिणाम आने वाले समय में पाटन में भी आपको देखने को मिलेगा। अभी भी कुछ भी कहना पद्मा जी जल्दबाजी होगा, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं एक संदेश देने का काम पूरे देश में मिनिस्टर के खिलाफ जाकर के
जब भी कोई पार्टी हार रही होती है तो उनका स्टैंडर्ड रिप्लाई होता है कि अभी कुछ भी कहना जल्दबाजी होगा। ये तो सिर्फ एग्जिट पोल है। तो ठीक है, 2 दिन हम भी यही हैं, आप भी यही हैं, देख लेंगे आगे क्या होने वाला है। लेकिन लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, लेट्स गेट यू द टेकअवेज फ्रॉम छत्तीसगढ़। देयर इज अ मैसेज, एंड व्हाट इज द मैसेज दैट्स कमिंग आउट एज फार एज कांग्रेस इज कंसर्न? Baghel benefits from beneficiaries. So that whole Labharti, prospect and the Labharti class, as far as the state is concerned, Baghel has managed to deliver that, and he gains from that, and that really will be the big one for the Congress.
In a sense, he has mirrored the BJP strategy. What the Prime Minister today said, कि हमारे लिए 4 सबसे बड़ी जाति है. If you see, Bhupesh Baghel never played up this whole caste census. Obviously, it is Rahul Gandhi's pet project, so he went along with it. What did he do? He said forest rights. He said मैं महिलाओं को सस्ता सिलेंडर दूंगा, the kind of promises, पैसे दूंगा. He has said कि मैं youth को job दूंगा. So he has also reached out to that same Labharti class of गरीब, महिलाएं, किसान and youth.
Well, let's look at the government policies, welfareism, and also the other schemes of Baghel have stricken a chord here, and that is what will go in favor of the Congress party. And Baghel seems to have been a popular face. I mean, fights apart, the fact is Baghel has carried this government on his shoulders for the last 5 years as a very strong chief minister. And if there is pro-incumbency and he wins this election, will that really improve his chances at the top job? Because Singhdev is really right behind him. But does Baghel not have a chance this time around? Ashutosh is shaking his head. Before I come to you, आप क्यों ऐसे कह रहे हैं? ये क्या पहले ही प्रॉमिस हो चुका है?
Absolutely no chance, and Singhdev has realized the fact, and that's why he accepted the post of Deputy Chief Minister. See, this is Chhattisgarh is one election from the day one. I haven't found any analyst, any psophologist, any politician saying that the BJP is going to win that election. And this is a classic case. And credit goes to Baghel for the simple reason, because Baghel, probably if the leadership of the Congress had been alive, that's the unfortunate thing that has happened. Nobody had known about Baghel. But Baghel as a dark horse has came back, and he proved to be much smarter than many tall leaders of the Congress party, including tall leaders in Madhya Pradesh and in Rajasthan.
Sir, if you're looking for an analyst, predicting a loss for the Congress, one is sitting right next to you.
48 is the number. 48 is my number. And let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing.
I do not assure you your safety.
2000.
No, Navika.
1 second.
He's saying 48 for BJP.
48 to 50. 1 second, Ashutosh. 1 second. Last time, 2018, only one agency got the direction right. Forget about the numbers. Everybody gave it to BJP.
No.
Yes.
I gave it to Congress.
No, I
Tell us, why do you think that Bhupesh Baghel could lose? Let's hear him out. Why do you think Bhupesh Baghel could lose and these numbers may be wrong? Why? Give us one reason.
Number one, I'll tell you. The youth are completely disenchanted with Bhupesh Baghel's government. This is, if you go to the ground, you will hear that. Number two, the election for Chhattisgarh is not fought based on who is the chief minister. The election is not fought on who is my local MLA. As my local MLA delivered, local Congress MLAs have not delivered. And one second. And large farmers have got benefited from loan waivers. But small farmers, when we spoke to, They said we didn't even take loans. And what Baghel is doing is giving it for the large farmers, but for us what is coming? And that is where Modi got guarantee 10,000 rupees for
all
small
right,
farmers.
all right, that's a
At
contrarian
least
view.
Your exit poll is not reflecting that. Let's wait for 3rd December.
Absolutely.
It's a part of you.
No, but I still come back to the question on who's the chief ministerial face, simply because in the last 2018 elections, it was Congress Rajasthan President Sachin Pilot who brought them to victory but didn't become the chief minister. And, you know, promises were made even at that time, not kept. Why are you saying this time promises to Singhdeo will be kept?
Even last time, before the election.
One at a time.
Just one ek man kar leta hu.
Afford to play that bad in Chhattisgarh.
Oh, they could afford to play that bad in Rajasthan.
Rajasthan, and they are paying the price. They are paying the price. The whole 5 years, it was only the big news coming from Rajasthan was not about Chiranjeevi, but about how Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot are fighting with each other.
Okay.
And they are annihilating each other.
No, the key point is, last time the Congress did take the risk in Chhattisgarh. Before the elections, the by and large consensus was that Mr. T.S. Singhdeo would be chief minister. Mr. Baghel came up in the end. So
was the PCC president.
No, but yet it was Mr. T.S. Singhdeo. I think the problem here is now that Mr. Baghel has consolidated his hold so much, especially amongst the OBCs and with his paddy and Tendupatta procurement schemes, that now dislodging him is going to be difficult.
Okay, I think we should quickly go through the takeaways and slightly quicker, please. Quicker takeaways, yes.
Congress prevails in the tribal areas of Bastar, and that will be an important takeaway for them. This is despite all that the BJP has done to woo this vote bank. SC/STs are also rallying behind the Congress party. Again, the BJP has its eyes on this vote bank. Not really, as per this exit poll, not really going to the BJP. Soft Hindutva counters BJP's plank. So, you know, wo jo tadka hai, slightly soft Hindutva ka, maybe that also makes Baghel and the Congress a popular choice.
Both Kamal Nath and Bhupesh Baghel are doing it.
Absolutely, and that is why these elections may just, we don't know about Madhya Pradesh, the numbers are yet to come.
You know, sometimes they say the student may outdo the master. So the master of Hindutva was Modi ji, and now there are others who are like, hum bhi Hindu hai.
That's not Hindu.
But you know,
okay, we will have a separate debate on Hindutva.
BJP's copyright.
Let's just say political messaging
All
vis-a-vis
right,
Hinduism.
all right, for the BJP, let's take a look. BJP has closed the gap. Vote share is up by 9%, which will work well for 2024, whichever way you look at it. Let's also look at the next. BJP is gaining ground in urban seats. Also, 0 seats to 4 to 6 seats in T.S. Singhdeo's area. That also is a big takeaway for the BJP. Also, can we take the graphics a little faster? OBC is voting overwhelmingly for the BJP.
Ironic.
Even if the BJP does not win Chhattisgarh, it's made its foundations for the 2024 elections. No impact of Mahadev app. So, ED has not won the election.
There's been an impact of the Mahadev app. I think a lot of people were very irritated with the last raid in the 5-star hotel where money was found in the car, because that car number was the BJP MLA's brother's number, and they attached it to Bhupesh Baghel, and that silly leak.
That was debunked. Let's be factually correct on that.
I'll tell you.
This whole thing. I'll tell you. Hold on.
Let me give you a point. Okay, fair.
Let's be clear on facts.
Let's be clear on facts. It cannot be on.
Just for the benefit of our viewers. Oh, Tehsin, give me 5 seconds, please. 5 seconds. The Congress claimed, including the Chief Minister, that this is registered in the name of BJP MLA's brother. BJP MLA's brother provided documents to show I sold it at the beginning of 2023. Factually correct.
It's not that उसी की जिस गाड़ी को बेचा बीजेपी के विधायक के भाई ने उसकी गाड़ी. But here's the thing. I'll tell you one more thing. Congress came up with an immediate video saying जब भी मोदी जी मुश्किल में है, ED को छत्तीसगढ़ में भेजते. And that video was such a hit in the urban areas, it actually turned a tide. So I think the Congress campaign, Sunil in Telangana and Chhattisgarh, he wasn't used as much in Rajasthan, but Sunil, very creative. Another good find that the Congress has.
Telangana and Madhya Pradesh, actually.
And Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Lot of creativity.
Just a second, because I'm being told that Mr. T.S. Singh Dev is actually joining us live now. I think we must go across to him because so much has been said about Sarguja, about what is happening. Mr. Dev, of course, we have the exit poll results. Thank you very much for speaking to us. The BJP actually has narrowed the gap when it comes to the number of seats you got last time and you are projected to get this time. Does this worry you?
Not really. I'm very hopeful that we'll get at least 2/3 majority. So let us wait. We'll wait till the third.
Of course, we will all be waiting for the third, but towards the latter stages of the campaign, there were allegations of corruption. The Mahadev app controversy, of course, really blew up. Do you think that that could have had an effect and dented the image of your government?
Thankfully so, and this is the worst type of politics that can be played, the politics of allegations. You have substance, you take action. This allegation of allegations and playing politics through that, this must stop.
Now, the caste census has been a very key plank of the Congress. You already have conducted the caste census in Chhattisgarh. You've promised it in other states as well. Ironically, though, our data suggests that the OBC vote has actually shifted towards the BJP. Why do you think it is that the proactive OBC outreach hasn't worked for the Congress?
Not only on the OBC votes, the perception may not be very clear as to what exactly this caste census is all about. And Chhattisgarh as a state is not very polarized on caste or religion. So these issues don't play out as much as they would in either Uttar Pradesh or Bihar or other states. But we are firmly committed to the OBC census, because if we are to have a justiciable basis on which government funds must be allocated, then we must know what is the demography of our state. So we are completely committed to the OBC caste census.
Now, the other very substantial population of Chhattisgarh, of course, is that of tribals. The Prime Minister was at pains to underline how the first tribal President of India has been installed by a BJP government, of all the different initiatives they've taken for the tribal population. That hasn't given the kind of returns one would have expected. What do you make of that?
I hope this assessment is correct. And the Prime Minister first needs to answer the tribal population as to why tribal funds were cut. ST-SC funds coming through the government of India, why were they reduced? So the perception of the people is that the central government pays lip service to the ST-SC community. It is not really very concerned about their rights, their needs and their requirements, and it is mainly propaganda. The Congress in the state has concentrated on their well-being, their development. If you will see that both Sarguja and Bastar, they have been earmarked medical colleges, 2 more new medical colleges, one in Bastar region and one in the Sarguja region, one in Maningarh in the Sarguja region and one in Gidam, Dantewada in the Bastar region have been sanctioned. Another medical college was established in Kanker in the Bastar region. So we have saturated tribal areas through healthcare needs also. So money to the people directly through better value of farm produce, strengthening their rights over the Jal Jangal Jameen as it is generally called, forest rights, settlement of those rights, and empowering them through the PESA rules. I think the message has gone across to the tribal community that in earnest the Congress party is with them also.
My final question to you is this. You know, elections come and go, but there are some precedents which are going to impact the country in a long-term way. For example, what is the guarantee scheme which has worked for the Congress? It's worked in Karnataka. The exit polls seem to suggest it's working for you in Chhattisgarh as well. And in fact, in Madhya Pradesh, even the BJP has promised many such guarantees or freebies, revdi, call it what you will. Do you worry that this will end up setting a wrong precedent? Because you're not just a politician and an MLA, but you're also a minister. You'll have to look at the state's finances. What kind of a precedent does it set?
Like you were saying, water under the bridge. So there is a stream, there is a river, and these are constantly changing situations. We've always tried to work together and for the benefit of the state and the party. And there have been no differences between us where these core issues are concerned. And we'll be happily working together in times to come.
All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much, Mr. T.S. Singh Deo, for speaking to Times Now. Of course, we'll come back to you and hope you join us on the 3rd as well. Thank you very much.
We are getting to Madhya Pradesh, and let's take a look at the regions of Madhya Pradesh. First, we'll start with the Malwani region. Malwa-Nimar region coming up on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, and garam ho gaya hai machine. Well, oh my God, talk about cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Just talk about cliffhangers, and Malwa-Nimar is 32 to 36 for the Congress party, 31 to 33 for the BJP.
We'll give it some background, Navika. This is the region जहां पे कहते हैं कि मध्य प्रदेश में सफेद सोना उगता है, कॉटन. ये बहुत कॉटन रिच रीजन है मध्य प्रदेश का, and it's actually been a BJP stronghold. This is also the area from where their former president Mr. Kushabau Thackeray came. But here, if the BJP is going to get a contest like this from the Congress, then overall it looks at पूरे स्टेट में कंटेस्ट हो सकता है.
पूरे स्टेट में.
Tribal region. It's also the tribal region.
It has a fair deal of tribal seats in the areas of Ratlam and Mandsaur.
And the last election also Congress had not done too badly, is what we are told.
Yes. So let's take a look at the comparison between last election and this Congress. 2018, 35 it got even then, and 34 this time, 28 to 32. Now, if this is the bellwether, it's actually going up for the BJP much more than for the Congress party.
Absolutely.
And therefore, is anybody putting out bets?
Navika,
we're taking bets right now, Smita Prakash, with this.
This is the region which was very crucial, because this is where Kamal Nath had said that, told the tribals that you know the Congress is your natural place to be. Your natural home is the Congress. But the tribals don't like to be taken for granted. They did not like it the last time. They don't like it this time. What worked against the BJP here is that the number of arrests which were happening for petty crimes, and then they were not coming out of jail. That is what the Congress said, that tumko hum sab jail se bahar nikalenge, humko vote de do. So that is where you know that they
atrocities, SAC atrocities was something that was invoked, and that's something that the Congress.
And also, you know, some things is like, you know, the POXCO Act. Now there are many people, the tribals, who don't know these kind of laws. So, you know, promiscuity, they are sleeping around or whatever you want to call it, and then they get into jail. They don't realize that under the POXO Act, you cannot get out now. You're there for life inside. You know, so these are things which because not knowing the law is not something that you can get away with. That's
okay. So Malwa-Nimar, and it's really poised. Let's introduce our panel at this moment, and joining us at this moment is, of course, Jai Mruk continues to be with us. Smita Prakash, editor ANI, on the panel. Tehseen Poonawala, as I always say, my only friend in the Congress apart from the suspended leader Sanjay Jha. Also we have Tushar Gupta, who's studied Madhya Pradesh very well, been on the ground. Also on the show tonight is Sabha Naqvi, very old colleague, R. Rajagopalan. Good evening, Mr. Rajagopalan. And thank you for joining the show. Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson of the BJP. Abbas Haider, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Dharamveer Chaudhary, political analyst, supports the BSP. Varun Purohit, leader of the Congress, also joins the debate. But first, let's take a look at the Madhya Pradesh numbers. Marwa-Nimar region we've already seen. Let's go now to the next. This is the Mahakaushal region, and again neck and neck. 19 to 22 to the Congress, 17 to 19 to the BJP.
Yeah.
So both areas marginal 1 or 2 seats ahead. Congress.
Absolutely. Dekho, Mahakaushal is the region, Jabalpur and the tribal areas around. Pichli baar, last time the Congress did substantially better there. In fact, Mahakaushal has Chhindwara, the seat of Mr. Kamal Nath.
Yes.
So Mahakaushal and Chambal of area of Mr. Sindhia were driving the Congress victory. Right now, the story here in Mahakaushal is that BJP is actually sort of played catch up here. You know, it's tried to narrow the gap with the Congress.
So what does this mean for Mr. Kamal Nath? If this is his area, if this is Chhindwara and the entire region where he's supposed to have a lot of influence and he's trying to win the entire state. So if in his own area of influence, if the BJP has managed to play catch up, what is the implication for the rest of the state?
Read also the BJP's larger strategy. Now, the GGP, which has a sizable presence here, Gondwana Ganatantra Party, it allied with the BSP and sort of tried to make a triangular contest. That might have inadvertently worked in favor of the BJP.
I would want to see whether the caste census that the Congress had been talking about, whether that really works. So we need to look at the next region again. And let's, okay, Mahakaushal, let's see who's gaining how much. Okay, we missed. Okay, Mahakaushal, let's look at the comparison.
Absolutely.
24 to 20, BJP gaining 13
This
to
is what
18.
I told you. The BJP has narrowed the gap. Ye 20 se 18 ka gap
So
ekdam kam hai.
BJP is gaining. So
This is the rural area, right?
I'm
This is the
not
rural
seeing
belt.
any.
Jabalpur and rural.
Jabalpur
and
Tehsil Poonawalla.
Here you're talking about all those Ladli Behna schemes and things like that.
Tehsil Poonawalla, that's the question. 1 minute, Jemro. I want to ask you, both regions, we've seen the Congress coming down slightly ahead of the BJP and the BJP actually going up in both regions, Malwa Nibar as well as Mahakaushal. Is that sounding very confident of the Congress, you know, making gains and making the government? How are you looking at this?
I am still sticking my neck out. I'm saying, and I respect these are the exit polls, I respect Jay. But the momentum is the Congress, 130 plus for the Congress. I'm still sticking my neck out.
You're sticking your neck out. 130 plus.
130 for the Congress was to happen, they would have cracked the Malwa Nima region. That was where the maximum gains for the Congress should have happened. The BJP, since October, and we discussed these numbers in October also, the BJP is the one that has made significant gains. And I'm using the word significant here, not even slight gains. So 130 plus at the moment for the Congress looks nearly impossible.
Okay, let's take a look at the next region, which is the Gwalior-Chambal region. Gwalior-Chambal region, Congress ahead 18 to 20, 13 to 15 to the BJP, 0 to 1 to the others. This is the region Jyotiraditya Scindia comes from. Has this helped, Tushar, has this helped the BJP?
Absolutely. Absolutely it has. Again, gains, significant gains from October, Naveka. We are looking at 6 to 10 seats.
Okay, let's take a look at the last election. Let's compare it to the last election. 7 last time, 14 this time. 26 down to 19.
But then they went to BJP and they won their seat.
My friend, 26 was when Jyotiraditya Scindia was with the Congress party.
But
so his exit has improved the BJP's chances 100%. 7 seats last time, 14 seats. And it has hurt the Congress
how much did the
party.
seats go up to? From 7? Because he won the by-elections, right? His people.
Yeah.
So that went up, so they haven't gained. I know this area. They're either on 14 again.
We are talking of 2018.
To be fair to Tehsin, I'll give you the numbers. Tehsin, to be fair to you, I'll give you the numbers. जब ये MLA चले गए, ये 7 से 16 हुआ था. तो actually 2 down है.
They are actually down in this seat.
We are talking about 2018. It went down.
True.
It went down in the opinion polls. The BJP has made a huge recovery, and the exit of Jyotiraditya Scindia has hurt the Congress. I mean,
it's hurt the BJP. I'm again saying, because while I'll explain to you. Because while Jyotiraditya added numbers in the by-elections to the BJP, those numbers have not come back. They've stayed constant, or they've perhaps lost since then.
But
marginally lost. Marginally lost those numbers.
Sabha, 1 minute. I need to get in Sabha Naqvi. Has the BJP gained from Jyotiraditya Scindia and Congress lost? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
I think it's a borderline answer. I would give it. It's not as big as a figure as Jyotiraditya Scindia is made out to be. It is. He's not a power. He's not some heavyweight. You were there. You covered the election in the Lok Sabha, and I remember you coming back and saying that people were saying he's going to lose, and he lost the Lok Sabha election. And now after this, I mean, yeah, there was a breakaway done, and when that happens, then the MLAs, when they re-stand, then the ruling party, they end up winning. So this is not some great show by him. What is interesting is what is happening in Mahakaushal. and all of that. That is what Shivraj and the traditional BJP apparatus is fighting back. That if it goes the way your trends are showing, I would not give any special credit to Jyotiraditya. I would give it to the old BJP over there.
I'll just qualify Sabha and Tehseen, both of them. In the 22 bypolls that happened, there's one number statistic that's interesting. The BJP won most of the seats. The Congress still polled 41% of the votes, which means that the Congress actually sort of tided over the setback of
Which is what happens with in Madhya Pradesh for both of them.
Yeah.
They keep their vote share regardless of who forms the government. It's neck to neck as far as their vote share is concerned. How many convert it into seats is what forms the government. So here, but then they won back their seats. That's important. They were rebels, they won back.
The way I look at it, 2018 to 2023, the way I'm looking at it, the BJP has made huge gains in all the three regions that we have seen.
Navika, simple summary, har jagah gap narrow kar diya. Simple. Har jagah BJP
Last time it was neck and neck. The BJP was 5 behind the Congress party. Is there going to be a repeat? Is there going to be a cliffhanger? How many rebels won? Last time, how many will win? This time, will it go down to the wire? That's the question. Gwalior, Chambal, we've seen. Let's go to the next region, which is Madhya Bharat, which is actually the center of India. वो कहते हैं भारत की नाभि है. And this is where the BJP is ahead. 18 to 20 and 16 to 18 to the Congress. The BJP is ahead. Others are at 0. Bipolar contest for the third state in a row. There is nobody in between. 16 to 18, BJP 18 to 20. Will it take an edge? Let's take a look at again the comparison with 2018. 13 to 17, 23 to 19. Now this is where the BJP is slipping a bit. Now,
but they're still ahead of the Congress. And the gap remains narrow.
Slipping a bit here and the Congress gaining, which is why it's neck and neck.
Yeah, look, in Madhya Bharat, there are seats in and around Bhopal where the Congress has also put in a lot of effort. This is actually the region around Bhopal. It's Bhopal, it's Vidisha, it's those areas.
And it's also Shivraj's area.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it will impact on Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri.
Absolutely. So it shows that the Congress strategy could have worked. There is anti-incumbency, a little bit of anti-incumbency also.
Is this what the BJP was saying when it actually fielded all the central ministers, Tushar?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Congress can give up the dream of that 130 plus for now. They were ahead in October.
Basically, you're telling Tehseen.
No, Tehseen is a very realistic person. Tehseen is the only friend even I have in Congress.
He stuck his neck out, which you're chopping, by the way.
Navika, you look at the Malwa-Nima region. Forget everything. In October, you and I were discussing the same numbers. Congress was winning 2/3 of the seats there. Today, they are down to half. You look at Madhya Bharat, Congress was supposed to make significant gains in Shivraj Singh Chauhan's den. They are not making those gains. Where is that 130 number going to come from? I'm saying, let's give Congress 18 years of anti-incumbency. Let's give them all the benefit of doubt. Where do we give them the seats from?
All right, so let me get in Abbas Haider of the Samajwadi Party. Very keenly fought election. And Akhilesh Yadav, Samajwadi Party chief's statements in Madhya Pradesh are going to echo in our ears forever and ever, at least till 2024 elections. They're going to be replayed again and again. Abbas Haider, what do you think? Congress or BJP? It's very, very evenly poised at the moment.
Navika ji, if the result is going to be around this exit poll, then I'm sure Samajwadi Party would be at the fulcrum of making the government. If the results are so...
You must ask him which is the region where he believes Samajwadi Party is.
आप मुझे बता दीजिए यहाँ इतनी क्लैपिंग हुई और आपने शरीफ जी आपने दिखाया ही नहीं इतनी क्लैपिंग हुई मे बी हैव एन ऑनकोर आप क्या कह रहे हैं कि अखिलेश यादव इज स्पॉइल्ड फॉर चॉइसेस कि वो मुख्यमंत्री उत्तर प्रदेश क्या ट्राई करें या मध्य प्रदेश?
नहीं, Navika ji, that's not the question. We were fighting for the rights of OBCs for PDA. And Navika ji, both Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress have failed backward communities in Madhya Pradesh. They have not given 27% reservation to the OBC, which was their due. And we have fought for that. And I'm quite sure, Navika ji, that people of Madhya Pradesh have taken Samajwadi Party as an alternative. And on the third, you will see what Samajwadi Party is going to do.
You fought 72 seats. Halfway mark is 115. आप कैसे सरकार बनाने वाले हो, मुझे समझा दो.
नहीं नाविका जी, हम ये नहीं कह, हम सरकार उसकी बनेगी जो ओबीसीज को राइट देगा. दिस इज वन थिंग विच इज सर्टेन. एंड सेकंड थिंग, नाविका जी,
तो इंडिया अलायंस जिंदा है, ऑक्सीजन पे है या जा चुकी?
इंडिया अलायंस.
नाविका जी, हमारे देश में देयर हैव बीन थ्री सिचुएशंस when an independent MLA have become the chief minister. It has happened in Jharkhand, in Odisha, and somewhere in Northeast. So, Navika ji, you never know what's going to happen. We are fighting for the rights of PDA, and I'm sure people of Madhya Pradesh want the same.
All right, वरुण पुरोहित जी, मध्य प्रदेश में अब आपका समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ तो इतना बड़ा डिवोर्स हुआ, अब नेशनली 2024 में क्या होगा इस पर तो बाद में आएंगे, लेकिन आपकी पार्टी के लॉस के लिए शुभकामनाएं दे रहे हैं अब्बास हैदर समाजवादी पार्टी के. क्या होगा कांग्रेस पार्टी का? दोस्त ना रहा?
नहीं नाविका जी, ये तो आपका अच्छा बोलने का प्रेजेंटेशन है, लोगों को अच्छा लगता है. देखिए, ना तो शादी हुई थी जो डाइवोर्स होगा, खाली अलायंस बना था. अभी तो बातचीत चल रही है. 2024 के लिए शादी होगी, तो अभी
सगाई हुई थी कि नहीं, कि रोके पे बात टूट गई?
क्या होता है ना, बात टूटी नहीं है. रोका, सगाई, शादी, सब जितने भी सेरेमनीज हैं कल 3 तारीख के परिणाम के बाद स्टार्ट होंगी. 2024 के लिए तय किया गया था वो सब सारा, जितना भी आपस की बातचीत चल रही थी इनकी. देखिए, आप 4 राज्यों में कांग्रेस बिल्कुल आ रही है. मध्य प्रदेश आप दिखा रहे हो, सबका हक है अपना अपना एनालिसिस करने का. मध्य प्रदेश में कांग्रेस की 130, 40, 50 तक सीटें आएंगी.
चलिए,
मिजोरम में कांग्रेस आ रही है,
20 का तो आप ही ने
तेलंगाना में
मार्जिन
कांग्रेस
ले
आ
दिया.
रही है. तेलंगाना का जो फैक्टर है, देखिए
अभी तेलंगाना पे जाएंगे, इतनी जल्दी में क्यों है पुरोहित जी? पहले मध्य प्रदेश एनालाइज कर लेते हैं.
जी
बहुत जल्दी में है.
मध्य प्रदेश तो 130 से 150 सीटें कहीं नहीं जा रही हैं. और जहां तक अभी ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया जी की आप बात कर रहे थे, पब्लिक को दल बदलू आदमी कहीं पसंद नहीं आता. माधवराव सिंधिया जी ने भी कांग्रेस छोड़ के पार्टी बनाई थी, फिर उनका क्या शुरू हुआ था? देखिए, एक इम्पैक्ट था जो कांग्रेस में ग्लैमर बना था ना, वो ग्लैमर उनका जीरो हो गया. एक अट्रैक्टिव ग्लैमर था. कांग्रेस में थे तो वोट कैचर बन रहे थे, वहां जाके तो वोट डिस्ट्रॉयर हो गए हैं. तो वहां तो कांग्रेस, आप देखिएगा, लैंडस्लाइड विक्ट्री आएगी. जो भी
तुहिन सिन्हा, it's neck and neck for the Congress and the BJP in Madhya Pradesh. You know, I'm not asking you who you are betting on, because you'll bet on the BJP, but I'm asking you, what happens to Shivraj Chauhan if the BJP were to come close to the halfway mark? And has the gamble of fielding all central ministers paid for the BJP?
Well, Navika ji, it suits pollsters and psephologists to say that it's a cliffhanger or it's very close. But, you know, it can't be a cliffhanger twice over after 2018, because the people of this country and people of Madhya Pradesh are very mature electorally. So you can rest assured that BJP is headed for a comfortable win, at least 130 plus. And like your own findings say, in the traditional strongholds, BJP is very much retaining its vote share, which is Malwa, which is Madhya Bharat. But in Chambal, you are somewhere, you know, obviously the Liberals, the Congress side is underestimating, the Congress side has an angst against Jyotiraditya Scindia, but you are underestimating Jyotiraditya Scindia ji's impact in the Chambal region. That will be a big surprise, and, you know, that will ensure that we are headed towards a very clear majority. See, when it comes to women empowerment, nobody has done as much as Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji has done in the last 15 years. 1.3
Then why did you not project him as the chief minister? Why did you lose confidence?
No, see, you know, politics you know, after being in power for nearly 2 decades, politics tends to be an evolving situation, you know, and BJP as a party is not centered around one person. If Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji is perfectly okay with it, and if he has led the campaign, nobody can deny the fact that he's the tallest leader of BJP in Madhya Pradesh. Whether we announce him as the CM candidate or no, you know, these are matters of strategy, and after being in power for 20 years, you need to be very flexible and you need to be very, you know, flexible with the strategy.
Really last minute changing of tactics, what has paid for the BJP? Let's take a look at the next region coming up on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the Vindhyas region. And let's take a look at the numbers here. Oh my God.
Again,
13 to 15, 14 to 16. You know, I'll have no nails left by the end of this evening, because look at the numbers and the way they are
Navika,
stacked.
इस region का we'll tell a special feature also to the viewers. ये region in 2018 assembly elections, it went with the Congress, with a slight edge to the Congress. But in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, this was a region where turnout increased the most. And there was a big sweep in favor of the BJP. So maybe the BJP is really getting a silent voter out here.
You're getting...
I want to ask you one question over here. This is the area that borders Uttar Pradesh.
Yes.
And, you know, we've seen BSP, etc., pick up seats over here in the past. So what are these one or two others? Are these the one or two seats
This is precisely
that
the whole...
Abbas excited?
Absolutely.
Is this part of the 70 that he's projecting?
They won one last time. If they have a hope of two, it is here.
The hope of two
It is here.
It is here.
समाजवादी अब्बास हैदर दो तक की गिनती जैम रुख बता रहे हैं. मैं उम्मीद करती हूं आपको 71 के 71 72 मिल जाएं, लेकिन दो अगर हो जाएं तो डबल हो जाएगा आपकी पिछली टैली से. Let's take a look at the comparison in the Vindhya region. Congress was 6 going up to 14, BJP 24 coming down to 15. Now BJP losing in the Vindhya region, reasons, Tushar?
I think the numbers would be a little higher. If they're making the gains they're kind of making in Malwa, Mewar and Mahakaushal region, there is no way the numbers come down here.
Is this a stronghold you're saying?
Yes.
This is where Aam Aadmi Party was also campaigning. Mr. Kejriwal was campaigning in this area.
But Aam Aadmi Party का इकलौता mayor है Singrauli.
All the India allies have actually
So that's what this is called a rainbow area, because there are so many different pocket boroughs out here. That's why here it's a difficult area to predict.
But even then the Congress is gaining huge.
They have made a lot of effort out here, because traditionally BJP in 2018 made.
Which means the Congress is eating up the anti-BJP vote, and will that really impact India alliance? Will the regional parties go with the Congress if it is cannibalizing their votes?
यहाँ सपा बसपा को शायद cannibalize किया है कांग्रेस ने. It's their area, SP BSP area.
तो फिर कोई हाथ लगाएगा कांग्रेस को इंडिया गठबंधन?
नहीं, वो यूपी में जगह नहीं देंगे उनको.
वो तो वैसे भी एक दे रहे थे, and now even that they won't give probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Tessie.
When I was with you last time when the ETG polls happened, the Vindhya still the BJP was in a massive lead. They were about 19 or 20 is what we had projected a month ago. I think you were there. 19 to 20. And since then the Congress did pick that up. They took it seriously and they worked on it. So kudos out there.
So ETG Times Now polls have actually galvanized
make
the
no
cadre.
mistake. They watch all channels and they follow your channel. Make no mistake about it.
Okay. I wish you would say that
I'd say it on TV.
Mukarrar, Encore, whatever, whichever language you would.
Which is why you got Kamal Nath ji to give you an interview, right?
Well, please let's
you
not.
should be happy about it. What?
I'm very happy that I broke the boycott.
He's a good politician.
And after that, senior leaders of the Congress scurried around and called up all other chief ministerial candidates कि किसी को भी दे देना, नाविका को मत देना. So that's how persona non grata I am. But what can I say? Vindhya, we've seen the comparison. We're going to the next region, Bundelkhand, very important region. Oh my God. 11 to 13 to the Congress, 12 to 14 to the BJP, 0 to 1 to the others. It's a bipolar contest. किसी और की यहाँ दाल नहीं गल रही. और अब्बास हैदर, क्या कहूं मैं आपसे, मैं चाहती थी आपकी दाल गल जाए लेकिन गल नहीं रही. आप इकलौते पार्टी हैं जिन्होंने बॉयकॉट खोला है, तो मैं बहुत शुभकामनाएं दे रही थी, लेकिन दाल गल नहीं रही. बाइपोलर कॉन्टेस्ट लग रहा है.
नहीं नविका, मैं एक क्वालिफायर दूंगा. मधु कोड़ा भी स्वतंत्र एमएलए थे जब वो झारखंड.
He already said that. He said that. अब्बास हैदर.
And that seat belongs to us, Navika ji, even according to your poll.
Yes.
And the one in Vindhyanchal region also.
Yes. पर दो सीट से अगर कारवां बनता तो बहुत अच्छी बात होती. Mr. Rajagopalan, I know numbers never ever affect you. You go one way. What do you think is going to happen in Madhya Pradesh?
BJP will form the government.
No prizes. No prizes for guessing.
Wait. Let me explain that. Because if you heard Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia's no confidence motion speech, Prime Minister was present. From that you have to calculate, Navika, Jyotiraditya Scindia is the hero. In always Jyotiraditya Scindia's favor, buy one, get one free. If Madhya Pradesh is there, Jyotiraditya Scindia will rule T.S. Singh Dev and form the government in Chhattisgarh also. And जो अब्बास हैदर साहब को मैं नमस्ते करते हुए उनको ये याद दिलाना चाहता हूँ, कमलनाथ ने बोला अखिलेश पिखिलेश किखिलेश, वो अभी काम में आ रहा है अभी.
Let's just fix the quote.
मैं वरुण पुरोहित जी, राजगोपालन जी बहुत बड़ी बात कह रहे हैं. अगर ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया के रीजन में बढ़त हो रही है और वो छत्तीसगढ़ में भी सरकार तोड़ लें तो क्या होगा कांग्रेस पार्टी का?
बाई वन गेट वन फ्री.
बाई कौन सा है?
माधवराव सिंधिया तो बहुत ऑलरेडी बॉट, नो. कांग्रेस तो खत्म हो चुका है. कांग्रेस खत्म, डाउन, आउट.
But like I said, every election, Rajgopalan, goes only one way, which is the Sanghi way. Yes, Varun ji.
नाविका जी,
I'm coming to you, Tuhin. Varun.
नाविका जी, इन्होंने खुद ने कह दिया कि इन्होंने खुद ने कहा कि वी बॉट सिंधिया ऑलरेडी. तो खुद ही कह रहे हैं हम तो खरीद रहे थे. खुद ही अपना प्रिंसिपल दिखा रहे हैं कि इन्होंने खरीद
राहुल गांधी का लॉस है ना वो.
राजगोपाल जी बीजेपी नहीं है, उनका दिल धड़कता होगा बीजेपी के लिए, पर बीजेपी नहीं है. जर्नलिस्ट हैं, सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट हैं, हम सबके गुरु हैं. इसीलिए आप उन्हें बीजेपी की स्टेटमेंट मत मानिए. लेकिन क्या ये जो है छत्तीसगढ़ में भी कुछ हो सकता है? जहां पर वो 40s वाले नंबर आ रहे थे वहां पर क्या होगा, ये देखने की बात है. तुहीन सिन्हा, आपके पास हमेशा एक जोकर इन द पैक रहता है जिससे आप कुछ भी बना लेते हैं. Are you playing for that both in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh?
नाविका जी, उसकी आवश्यकता ही नहीं पड़ेगी क्योंकि अभी एक पोल आया है, वो बीजेपी को 151 सीट्स मध्य प्रदेश में दे रहा है. और यही एग्जिट पोल जो है 2014 और 2018 में बीजेपी का मेजॉरिटी प्रेडिक्ट किया था इसने. तो 151 सीट्स मध्य प्रदेश में दिए जा रहे हैं. देखिए, मैं एक छोटी सी बात कह रहा हूं.
2018 में तो रॉन्ग हो गया ना. 2018 में तो फिर रॉन्ग हो गया अगर उन्होंने बीजेपी का मेजॉरिटी बताया था.
2019 की बात कर रहा हूं, 2014 और 2019 के लोकसभा इलेक्शन की बात कर रहा हूं. दोनों बार ये सही थे और अब ये लोग 151 सीट्स दे चुके हैं. चाणक्य पोल की मैं बात कर रहा हूं. देखिए, मैं एक छोटी सी बात बता रहा हूं.
When there is an outlier which is so radically different from all the other polls, how much of credence should be given?
Just because I'm not in the studio, this scene should not barge in like this. Have some
courtesy. Complete your point. 1 minute. Complete your point to him. 1 minute. Yes.
There is a simple point that I'm making. We have been in power at the center for 9.5 years, and yet, if you travel across these states, there is no anger against the BJP per se. There is no anti-incumbency.
So you're saying the anger was only against Shivraj Chauhan? That's why you did not project him as the chief ministerial candidate? What are you trying to say?
No, allow me to complete. Anger is only... No, you allow me to complete. No, anger is only against the Congress party for repeatedly misleading the country on every issue, whether it is the caste census, whether it is the economy. आज 7.6% GDP आया है. हमेशा ये कहते हैं कि बेरोजगारी की समस्या है. CMI की रिपोर्ट आप देखिए, CMI 4-year low पर है अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट.
All right. धर्मवीर चौधरी जी बीएसपी के हमारे साथ है. धर्मवीर चौधरी जी, मध्य प्रदेश में क्या अब छोटी पार्टियां, जैसे छोटी पार्टियां मतलब मध्य प्रदेश के लिए छोटी पार्टियां, बीएसपी समाजवादी पार्टी के वोट क्या कांग्रेस पार्टी खा रही है? और क्या रीजनल पार्टीज को इससे कुछ ना कुछ खतरा दिख रहा है?
देखिए नाविका जी,
मध्य प्रदेश नहीं, मैं पूरे भारत और ये 5 राज्यों में जो चुनाव हो रहे हैं इसकी बात करूंगा, और आप मध्य प्रदेश पर फोकस किए हुए हैं। ये गांव गरीब के लोगों की, आदिवासी शोषित पीड़ित समाज, दलित समाज के लिए कांग्रेस अगर सांपनाथ है तो बीजेपी नागनाथ है।
आयो।
और इसमें सहयोगियों का रोल कौन अदा कर रहा है, बीजेपी की सरकार कौन बनवा रहा है, इसको आपको गहराई से देखना पड़ेगा। मध्य प्रदेश में जिस कांग्रेस के नेता के नाम के आगे ही कमल लगा हुआ है, उनकी विश्वसनीयता खतरे में है, और वो अंदर खाने बीजेपी से मिले हुए हैं।
कांग्रेस पार्टी,
समाजवादी पार्टी तो 100% बीजेपी के साथ है।
इतना तो पाकिस्तान में भी
कांग्रेस पार्टी,
कांग्रेस अगर बीजेपी से मिली है तो इस देश की कष्ट कट जाए। एक ही पार्टी का इलेक्शन हो, और इलेक्शन में खर्चा भी ना हो, एक ही पार्टी रहे, नेशनल गवर्नमेंट बन जाए। लेकिन धर्मवीर चौधरी जी, मैं मान सकती हूँ कहीं ना कहीं आप परेशान हैं दोनों से, आपकी किसी से अलायंस नहीं और अपना कुछ बन नहीं रहा, तो आप थोड़े से परेशान लग रहे हैं। लेट्स टेक अ लुक एट द ओवरऑल नंबर्स फॉर मध्य प्रदेश। टाइम टू लुक एट इट। 109 to 125 for the Congress, 105 to 117 for the BJP. This is just so close. 1 to 5 going to the others. Let's take a look at the change in numbers that we have seen in the 2018 elections and 2023 elections. Do we have the comparison numbers, Sharif, if we can pull those out?
It's very interesting.
114 to the Congress party last time, 117 this time, 109, 111 if they are 2 more.
Yeah.
They're just 2 more than the halfway mark. BJP
the BJP is 2 more than last time, so BJP also has more hopes than last time.
Because the others have come down. The 7 numbers come down drastically.
So
the room for actually
for
changing,
anything else is if they are at 117, they are past the halfway mark.
Halfway mark.
Unless the party breaks by 1/3.
You have to remember these are ranges, so it can even tweak the other way. This can go to 117, that can also go to 111, which is
okay. Let's take a look at the vote shares. Plus minus 3.
And difference in vote percentage?
That's what we are looking at. 43.83, 42.23, 0.6.
Yeah.
Very
1.6. So within that range.
1.6. It can go either way. That is and 13.94 to the others, but very close range of vote share. Can flip either way. Sabha, are you guessing this one?
I mean, this is going to be a real upset if the BJP pulls away the state, which I think was always in the realm of possibility, because if there is one state in India which is an integrated BJP state, it is Madhya Pradesh.
And let me also ask you, because I've heard BJP leaders talking about this. What is the minority vote share in the state, the Muslim vote share?
I think it's about 6% if I'm not wrong.
7.
Okay.
7.
Which is the lowest? I was told somewhere in the region of 4 to 5%.
No, it is around 7.
That's Orissa. Orissa is very low.
Okay, so 7%. Is that enough to give, an upset to the BJP? Because
no, it's not about minorities. I think what Shivraj, he tried to copy Yogi Adityanath, bulldozer, but it's not even, there are not even so many Muslims to mobilize against all over the state. The real thing which would be very interesting for me to see is, has the BJP overcome the challenge in the tribal areas? Because there were lots of atrocities. It was, some of them became public. One BJP associated guy making someone drink urine. All these horrible incidents happened in the Raj of the BJP.
Which he went
and
did
so,
Shivraj, I think that was appreciated a lot, where he called that person, he washed the feet. I know it looks like a lot of dramatics, but for the people of the state, it matters a lot that there's the word called paschatap, which means he went and said that I'm sorry what happened. He did that symbolism, which many people think that that's just symbolism. But that's the Shehri log who see it like that. For the people of the state, it mattered a lot that he did that. No, and I think it's a dynamic campaign that the Congress, that the BJP has led out there. Kabhi, they brought the MPs from this parliament to come and campaign to take the election. Sometimes it's the Ladli, and then leaving it unsaid as to who's the chief minister candidate. The prime minister campaigning so much, Amit Shah ji, so much that they BJP just kept changing their strategy as the information came in from there.
Let's look at the comparison of the vote shares. 41% for the Congress last time, 43.83 this time, 40.9 for the BJP last time, 42.23. Both have improved their vote shares. Others' vote share has come down, and it is just so close for call. It's a nightmare for psephologists.
Absolute nightmare. I mean, I remember even the last election, Madhya Pradesh was a nightmare. We were doing seesaw seats even on the day of counting till 11 in the night.
Okay, so how many seesaw seats? That will be an important analysis to get. But Tushar, if it's this close, psephology is ultimately the science of projection.
Yes.
Can psephologists go wrong with this kind of a close contest?
Look, they can't go wrong. The projections are not wrong, but the quantification is too hard. For the Congress...
Both are increasing.
Yes. For the Congress, for the last 18 months, it was just one major issue, 18 years of anti-incumbency. The exit polls have devastated that narrative. That narrative is out of the window. The anger against Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the fatigue against the BJP, that's all dismissed. Case over, case closed. Now, what is going to work for the BJP, if at all it works on December 3, is the silent women voter. There are far more women voting for the BJP than for the Congress, and that is the part that's going to be hard to quantify.
All right, let's take a look at the poll of polls, because that's going to tell us when you have such a close contest, what really happens. Times Now is giving the Congress 117, TV9 polls at 116, Republic is giving the Congress party 102 and giving 124 to the BJP, which is a victory for the BJP. Jan Ki Baat 113, too short of the halfway mark, close to our number of 117. News Chanakya is giving 151. India TV CNX is giving 116. This is the outlier. And he is known to have gone wrong several times.
And the outlier changes the final number. The
He's always known to give an extreme number. Whichever party, he gives an extreme number.
Sometimes.
So this is actually turned
without Chanakya, if we can do an average, because the others are, not. So let's try and get that number.
Axis has given it massively to BJP. 160 odd, I think. 150 odd.
Yeah.
That's Axis.
Axis is. So Axis and Chanakya may turn out to be, very close, and all of us may turn out to be. Okay. Do we have the Axis numbers also? Can we put in?
BJP has 140 to 162, and the Congress has 68 to 90 for the. For Madhya Pradesh. Axis.
Tehseen Poonawala, in which case I'll have to come to you and ask you, Tera kya hoga Kalia?
To repeat another movie, wahi hoga jo Mansoor Khuda hoga.
But, it is close call. It is not the 130. So I want to ask you, do you want to recalibrate your projection? You'll go down fighting.
Go down fighting. I still believe Congress will win Madhya Pradesh 130 plus.
तो हर बार हर इलेक्शन में ये बोलता है
130 plus.
Hats off to his optimism, I want to say
probably, I think if this is the kind of number which actually happens on Sunday, then I think Kamal Nathji's last election in the state, it seems like.
All right, Tushar, you have given the game away. Sabha.
I think if this is what happens, then the Congress, look, the BJP knows what it is doing. It has its ideological parameters in place. Even if there was a question about the leadership, there is the Modi factor, there is a Sangathan that works in coordination. I want to finish this point here. The problem with the Congress is, you say the national leadership says caste census is a big issue. I don't know what is Kamal Nath's caste. What is it? You've taken an old timer, dumped him there.
Dumped him there, he's gone himself.
He's gone there, he has the resources to fight there.
And he's fighting on his own from the stories that I hear.
I know that. Yeah. So I'm saying there is a contradiction in what you do and what you say. You have a veteran guy who's not the most charismatic. Yes, he is one of the people who over the years had the resources of the Congress under his control.
And he's never lost an election.
He's never lost an election. But if this happens, I'm just pointing out one more thing to you, then on the tribal front, again, I repeat, that's going to be very interesting, because 30% of ST atrocities in India took place in Madhya Pradesh.
Well, Sabha, I'll only say this much, that even the last time, in the last 20 years, if the BJP has never lost, the last time it was Kamal Nath who gave the BJP a run for the money, and even if for 1.5 years did become the chief minister. And he is, repeating himself with not too much help from the central leadership of the BJP.
Of the Congress.
Of the Congress.
Of the Congress. Also.
And he doesn't seem to want it.
He didn't seem to want it.
So I would not underestimate him really as an opponent, but has it been just too long? Sometimes, I think it becomes a little late. I don't know. It would be sad.
I think I agree with one thing Sabha says. The OBC caste census was not a big issue in Madhya Pradesh because Shivraj Singh Chauhan himself was an AB.
Which he said that old pensions
exactly.
But to my mind, there are two questions that I want you guys to ponder about because, this has access numbers as well. Let's take a 151 and 79 is the axis number.
So if you replace 140 से 62 है तो ये mean है.
So Chanakya and axis are on the same.
Number.
So outlier, there are two outliers and therefore can go. Only two questions. Only two questions because I have to run 2 times now. Bharat for my show there, and I only want to leave 2 questions to you to ponder on. Before Madhav takes over the discussion, the 2 questions are: did the Congress speak early? Number 1.
Yes.
Number 2 question that is very, very relevant: has the BJP, if it does win Madhya Pradesh, has it snatched it from the jaws of loss because of the change in strategy without, making Shivraj Chauhan, putting all the central ministers there, ending all the infighting and giving them targets? Well, has that worked? Please debate that. Why do you look at the takeaways? And I'll see you again.
Okay, I'll demystify the outlier.
I just want to add, in fact, you must come in on that because if we add the other number of Chanakya to this, that 120 could perhaps go up another 4 or 5.
Absolutely. And if you remove the outliers, the 151s, then this number is 111 and this number is 116.
Okay, so then it's advantage Congress.
Advantage, but again a narrow advantage, 5 seats if you remove the outliers.
And 5 seats, that means Operation Kamal comes into.
There you go.
Yeah. Which Kamal? Kamal Nath or Kamal of the BJP? That's the question. That's the question we've been asking.
Obviously the Congress has not shown agility to do the same kind of thing unless you look at Karnataka.
Yes.
If DK comes over and decides, okay, he's going to front it, otherwise you're going to have them go to Guwahati all over again.
But he has been active in Telangana, so there's no precluding what could happen.
But doesn't seem to have made any impact as far as Telangana is concerned. DK Shiv Kumar.
Okay.
Whatever the Congress has done on its own.
The Congress had a team which they put together in Karnataka, if I may, because I've been finding out. That team was rebuffed by Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Please understand this.
Yes. In fact, Mr. Sunil Kadukulu's team...
It went to work. It gave a very good script for Telangana. The 2 guys, Ashok Gehlot to really rebuff them. Kamal Nath also didn't want much inputs.
Because Kamal Nath himself feels that he can manage this thing.
You the facts.
In fact, the team advised sacking about 60% of the MLAs.
Yes.
And that was really, there was a big
rebuff. Which is not right to put on air because people tell you in confidence things what has happened internally.
Right. Yeah.
Kamal Nath kept up modicum of civility with them. Ashok Gehlot almost let that go.
Okay. Tushar, you want to come in on this bounce back of BJP because, 6 months ago we all thought of a very different scenario. What all changed? One, of course, MPs and central ministers contesting, Shivraj not being projected. What all was done? And the Prime Minister, of course, campaigning on ground. What all really changed it in your view?
The biggest change happened in the Gwalior-Chambal region where the majority of the centre ministers went. When that move happened, everyone debated, oh, the BJP is scared, they are desperate. All sorts of words and phrases were used. But that has worked in their favor. On the ground, it has worked in their favor. There were some attempts by the Congress, some videos were leaked of certain ministers' son. All those things happened. Nothing resonated with the ground. Nothing resonated on the ground. But Madhav, one important question I have. The results are one thing. We'll see on December 3, the exit polls have their projections. The Congress would be looking at the vote share right now. What would they be thinking for the elections that are 4 months from now?
Okay.
That is the important question. Because after 18 years of anti-incumbency, if you can't snatch a state, which you were supposed to, this is the same discussion we had during the Uttarakhand elections also.
Okay.
Why is the Congress again and again snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. They did that in Punjab, they did that in Uttarakhand, they did that in Goa. Now they are probably doing it in Madhya Pradesh.
Tehseen, it used to be said about the Indian cricket team. I'll just allow Tehseen to come in since that's a direct question to the Congress and then I'm coming to you. Tehseen.
I still believe very firmly Kamal Nath ji will take oath as Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh. I'm very, very firm on that.
And you believe there are two outliers? You believe there are two outliers and both those outliers are wrong?
I believe you can make errors, and I believe in Jay completely. I have absolute faith in Jay and his ability to predict elections. My faith is total in Jay.
This is not my poll, but greatly appreciated.
You know, before leaving, Navika was talking about this strategy. You know, when we started Madhav in the evening at 7 p.m., we were talking in terms of, you know, not projecting Shivraj as the Chief Minister candidate. Maybe that didn't work for the BJP because there was disgruntlement. Maybe the verticals in the BJP, you know, saying कि अगर हम जीत भी जाते तो शिवराज जी नहीं बनेंगे, so why should we campaign? Those kind of things. And then they brought Kailash Vijayvargiya, they brought the 3 ministers. So they brought all this. Now, if they lose, that will be seen as that's the reason that they lost. But if they win, these are going to be considered the Chanakya Niti of the BJP to be dynamic and bring in these new fangled methods of, you know, correcting the strategy and midstream to win. And maybe anti-incumbency was defeated by not projecting Shivraj ji as the Chief Minister candidate.
Possibly.
Maybe they did that.
Possibly. Jay, you want to comment on that, you know, in terms of the change of strategy? This is something we've seen BJP do in many elections. They've done this, they get the feedback from ground, they quickly change course and manage to bring in a winning strategy. Has that happened over here? Of course, we'll know only on the 3rd, but it does seem that there are indications of that.
A couple of things. First, sensing the anti-incumbency against the Chief Minister, sort of relegating him to the background. Second, 39 assembly tickets declared 3 months in advance. This is like the BSP, you know, declaring a year in advance. You know, okay, these 39 we've never won, or, you know, they actually won only 1 out of that 39 before. And they said, okay, let's get into them with a target.
Never happens in any state.
Never happens. This is unusual for the BJP. You know, in Gujarat, BJP was the latest to declare tickets. So, giving those 39 in advance. Third, working on the social engineering. Where is the, do you need to overtly or covertly engineer a GGP-BSP alliance to split the votes? Right? I think all that sort of mobilization could have worked in favor of the BJP, or at least help them narrow the gap.
Okay, मैं जाऊंगा तो बहुत याद आऊंगा Shivraj saying publicly that itself, many said, was an indication of, you know, what's going on in the mind of Shivraj Singh Chauhan, because he's probably been given an indication that you can contest, but in terms of being the face of this campaign, you're not going to be there. Tushar.
Maybe he'll last for another 6 months until the 2024 elections. There's still bigger job at hand for the BJP. But after 18 years, in India, there are 2 ministers who have the most powerful political CVs. One is the Prime Minister, and after him, it has to be Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Of course, they would want a bigger role for him going forward after 2024. And after 18 years, Madhav, look, you're not banking on Shivraj Singh Chauhan to win you the election in, or rather defend the election in 2027, if it comes to that, or 2028, pardon me. So you have to look at the future. MP is another fortress like Gujarat. The BJP would want to cultivate going forward. And they, as Tuhin also pointed out correctly, the politics is an evolving situation. After the Karnataka jolt, I think we're also underestimating what BJP felt after the Karnataka defeat. I think that is where the tables really turned for the BJP, where they realized, okay, we need to sense the sentiment on the ground. And maybe our Chief Minister has given his best for the 18 years, but we need to respect what the public also wants. So the whole double
Also for 2024, if I may say, I think it's going to be all hands on deck to win 2024. So if Shivraj has delivered, Shivraj ji has delivered Madhya Pradesh, if he has delivered Madhya Pradesh to the BJP, then maybe they have somebody else as Chief Minister, and Shivraj ji's task will be to get maximum numbers for 2024 elections, which I think will be the case in many other states.
Okay. Well, how does it actually roll out? Will it be 3-1? Will it be 2-2? And how does that really impact on how all sides, the BJP, the Congress, and whether regional parties, in terms of how they perceive the outcome of this assembly election? We'll be bringing to you more details. Telangana is going to come up next. But for the moment, we're slipping into a very quick break.
Hello and welcome welcome. You're watching Mandate 2023 with me, Padmaja Joshi, special edition of India Up Front. We've taken you through the numbers of all the states, but we saved the best for the last because, mark my words, Telangana is the state which is going to give the biggest surprise for this year's elections. The BRS all this while was almost unchallenged, only increasing its tally from 2014 to 2018. Remember, KCR had advanced the polls to ensure that it doesn't overlap with the Lok Sabha elections, and in 2018 he romped home with a mammoth 88 seats. This time he made an emotional appeal saying that I am the one who fought for Telangana. I am the person who's put his blood, sweat and tears into the formation of this state, the youngest state in our entire country, and he has been the chief minister ever since. So is the revolutionary going to be unchallenged, or are the challengers going to dislodge him? Which one is going to be his main challenger? Will it be B team number 1, allegedly the BJP, or B team number 2, allegedly the Congress? And finally, has the Muslim vote shifted decisively in Telangana like it did in Karnataka? Over the next 1 hour, we will get all of those answers from the numbers put out in the Times Now ETG exit poll. Let's get started right away with the first numbers that we are going to show to you from North Telangana. Now, let me invite, before we go any further, let me invite both Jemrug and JVC Sriram, both of them psephologists and both of them who know these areas, their importance. JVC has traveled across these areas as well. Let me start with North Telangana, where the BRS is at 18 to 22. The Congress is at 26 to 30. The BJP also, very interestingly, is at 5 to 7 seats over here. The AIMIM doesn't really have any presence here, doesn't have a presence anywhere in Telangana other than the Greater Hyderabad, more specifically the Hyderabad region, and nobody else is in the running. Let's start. First up, Jay. North Telangana, what's the significance?
North Telangana is actually the original stronghold of the TRS. It starts, even if you look at the history of the TRS.
The revolution was here. This is the cradle of the revolution.
Absolutely. And even if you look
maximum violence had happened here in North Telangana, which was then Andhra.
Then Andhra. And if you look at the electoral history of the TRS right from 2004, it was in Northern Telangana the party grows. If you look at the vote share across the state of the TRS successively, 10% in 2009, 34% in 14, 47% in 18. The crucible from where it grows is Northern Telangana.
And yet, this is where they have been reduced to 22 seats. In Northern Telangana, which by the way contributes the maximum number, which is 54 seats to this entire assembly of 119, which roughly means half of the seats from all of Telangana come from the north. And look at where the BRS is, 18 to 22. The Congress here has jumped to 26 to 30. The BJP, we will come to that story in just a bit. You traveled across North Telangana, JVC. Tell us about it, its significance.
It's a surprise, pleasant surprise for the congressmen that they're doing extremely well in Northern Telangana. Because as Jay said, BRS is the party in reckoning, and BJP was supposed to actually be the player who can give a run for the money for BRS.
Now let me tell you why JVC is saying that. Because North Telangana is the place where the BJP has all 4 of its Lok Sabha seats. So in 2019, all 4 Lok Sabha seats came from North Telangana. So here is the story of the BJP. They have actually capitalized on the gains that they made in 2019. In 2023, where they have increased, according to our exit poll, from 0 seats in North Telangana, they may get as much as 5 to 7 seats. So good story for them. Fantastic story for the Congress. 26 to 30 seats. Finish your point.
Polarization. Northern Telangana is the place, Adilabad, Nizamabad.
But polarization is supposed to help the BJP. Why does it help them?
So what happened is, Hindu votes have probably shifted to BJP.
And that is the story.
Muslim votes have consolidated solidly behind Congress.
I'll just add to his point. Before the run-up to the polls, we had on WhatsApp a circulated list from one of the purported Muslim organizations.
Jamiyat, we broke that story.
Giving an actual seat-by-seat breakup of which party to back for the defeat.
Let's pull up that graphic as well. Exactly.
69 of the seats they had identified Congress as the challenger.
Very interesting you mentioned that, because even that Jamiyat list, which was circulated just 3-4 days before polling was to take place, had actually chosen more seats where they said Muslims should vote very strategically and decisively. They gave about 40 seats and
41
said...
41 to TRS and 69 to...
So they said
Congress.
41 seats, Muslims must vote for BRS, and 69, the interesting thing is that 69 is a very interesting number for this election. KCR is 69 years old. 69 seats, the Jamiyat said, Muslims should support the Congress. And here we have the Congress 26 to 30. Now let's look at the comparison, because that will give you a better idea of what the story from North Telangana, the biggest chunk of seats that come. Look at this.
It's actually the collapse of a citadel. Look at it.
48. The man who grew from North Telangana with 48 seats last time around. Imagine 88 seats total in Telangana for BRS. More than half came from North Telangana. 48 seats, you are down to 20, a loss of 28, and almost entirely that has been transferred to the Congress and to the BJP. So a clean transfer of seats has happened. One of the others goes to the BJP. All of the rest come to the BJP and the Congress. This is the story of North Telangana. Two big stories we pick up. One, clear message to the BRS, the Congress benefiting from it, BJP capitalizing on their gains made in the Lok Sabha. And third, this is the polarization and the decisive shifting of the Muslim vote. The message is important for next year as well. Now let's take a look at South Telangana. In South Telangana, the numbers that we have is, again, Congress 32 to 36, BRS is 6 to 8. The BJP has nothing here, neither has AMIM. So total of 41 seats, and the Congress again a clean sweep almost over here, 30 to 36. Let's take a look at the comparison. Again, that will give you a better idea. Look at this. The gains made again here by the Congress are massive. From 14, they have come up to 34, a gain of 20 seats. The BRS again has gone down to 1/3, 1/4 of what they were earlier. From 26, they have gone straight down to 7. JVC, you first.
See, this was the original stronghold for the Congress. Nalgonda, Khammam, these two districts. I was pretty sure that if they cross 35 seats in the southern Telangana, Congress, then they will get a clear-cut majority. They are getting it. And this is where what is problem for BRS is in places like Khammam and places like Mahbubnagar, some of the strong leaders of BRS like Ponguleti, Srinivas Reddy, Jupalli Krishna Rao, they moved from BRS to Congress. They were waiting in the wings to join BJP.
Do you think BRS was complacent?
Complacent, and also Mr. KCR was looking at Ponguleti Srinivas Reddy as a potential challenger to KTR in the party. He's a vitamin M man. And it was BJP's fault.
Hold on. What did you say? What man?
Vitamin M man.
What is a vitamin M man?
Vitamin money.
What Tehseen Poonawala says? Resources. He is a resourceful man.
He is much more civil. My brother is much more civil.
We'll come to that in just a second. All right. So also just to give a brief idea to our viewers about the geography and the makeup of South Telangana. North Telangana, large tribal population, large agricultural farming population. A lot of SOPs have been given by the BRS government. You know, you had the Raitu Bandhu, then you had the Dalit Bandhu. All of those schemes were rolled out. And South Telangana, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, I was told this is more of what used to be a leftist bastion. And now that left vote, remember the last election in 2018, the CPI was actually in alliance with the Congress at that time. This time the Congress has fought alone, and it seems without any problems.
They have CPI as alliance partner. They've given just one seat.
Okay.
Congress has given one seat. CPM has been...
They've given one seat this time. I was mistaken, but still.
To one of the CPIs, one is kicked out.
All right. So basically, I don't think it has given them any problems. The left vote, especially in areas like Mahbubnagar, Khammam, has conveniently moved.
Also because the candidate in CPI has been there for some time, so it's been more like we have to accommodate.
It's more a personal
distinct.
Person seat
one
than
CPI has not been accommodated. I'm not sure whether it's CPI or CPI.
No, CPM has been neglected.
Yeah, one
CPI. 19 places CPM is contesting, but traditionally it was CPI which has been strong in Telangana. Congress has been very smart this time. They said no to CPIM because you are not very strong. You still have voters in Nalgonda. You still have voters in Khammam. So we'll accommodate you for one seat. And that has worked well because whatever the left they've all moved towards Congress.
So,
and
Muslims,
Reddy Bastion,
No,
mind you, Reddy Bastion, Nalgonda, and those places, and
the
come out, come out.
And the settler votes. Yeah.
Settler votes, explain that.
So the settler, I mean, settler is sort of a derogatory term used in Telangana for people from Andhra Pradesh. They're called settlers. So southern Telangana has a lot of districts which have actually these people with roots at the current Andhra, what remains as Andhra. So they are called settler votes, and they've not traditionally been TRS supporters. So they are also looking for a safe haven away from the TRS.
Okay, that is South Telangana. Now let's talk about the Greater Hyderabad region. The Greater Hyderabad region is where Mr. Owaisi has his fortress, has his guard. Those 7 seats are almost a given. This time he's gone too further. He said, I'm also going to field in Rajendra Nagar, in Jubilee Hills. And let's take a look. Those 24 seats of Greater Hyderabad, how are they faring? The BRS here again is at 13 to 15, which is relatively the same as last time, if I'm not mistaken. Congress has actually gained, and at whose expense? That gain will be at the expense of the AIMIM, which from their 7 seats they were hoping to expand to at least 9, may actually reduce to 5 to 7 seats, and the BJP already has an MLA there. You would have in all likelihood heard of him, T. Raja Singh of Gosha Mahal. They are slated to get either that 1 seat or maybe 1 additional seat, so they will get 2 seats. The Congress also making a dent here, like I said, at the cost of AIMIM. The story, Jay.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. This was not an area that BRS was actually strong in 2000.